power bank. This little S10e dies very easily now, even though I replaced the battery once already. So where am I? Let's see, who can guess? Where? Who's here? We are live in Austin, Texas. Walking around downtown Austin. This kind of reminds me of Nashville, Tennessee, actually. Like the loud live music everywhere really does give you a reminder of Nashville. Damn, this place is as empty as New York real estate. Holy shit. Look at this bar, bro. There's literally nobody in there. That shit is as empty as New York City real estate. What do you got over here? I'm looking for a place to get lunch. I did 2 panels today and some other stuff, so didn't really have time to get lunch. Oh, it is a Sunday, isn't it? I thought it was Saturday for some reason. Get some pork barbecue. Where should I get some pork barbecue in Austin, Texas? You're finally in my hometown. Is your hometown Austin, Texas? Because if it is, I am on... Actually, where am I? I'm on Trinity and something. Is this 6th Street? 6th Avenue? Who the... yeah, it looks like this is 6th Street and Trinity. Damn, another empty bar. What is this? Why are the bars as empty as New York City real estate? Huh. The only thing missing there is a retail space for lease sign. It's kind of weird. This is starting to get a little too New York City for me. Keep it moving. Are you in New Hampshire? No, people are actually out at night. That's how you know it's not New Hampshire. Bedtime isn't 7 p.m. Whoa. Okay, I'm getting New York City vibes. Hey man, I got something for you. Should I be carrying a gun? I probably should be carrying a gun. I turned the corner in a fucking polo shirt and fancy pants and dress shoes. It's somebody who's like, hey man, I got something for you. You don't want what he got, trust me. You need a gun. Yeah, probably. That's probably a good idea, actually. Oh, what's back here? Oh, let's walk down a back alley. Always wanted to walk down a back alley that has no people in it. That's where you get stabbed. Oh, one way to find out. Let's see if a 1.5 years of martial arts class actually did anything for me. There's really no point in taking a 1.5 years of martial arts classes if you're not going to walk down an empty alleyway at some point in your life. I have horrible hand-eye coordination. Probably wouldn't even be able to get the first belt. You know, when you walk behind the buildings to where all the garbage dumpsters are, it actually smells the way a normal New York City street smells. Makes you homesick. Oh God, that smells awful. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw the real estate prices down here. Yeah, I ain't rich. 900 square foot house for $850,000. No, thank you. 2% property tax too. No, thank you, bro. You Myron? I thought I saw Myron. I want to get a brisket or steak dinner. Is that too much to ask at 11 o'clock on a Sunday? 10 o'clock at a Sunday? Where's Casey's Rib Shack? Ooh. Oh, that's just the bar. Too hungry. What do you have to eat?
Huh?
What's there to eat?
What's that?
What's there to eat?
Nothing in there.
Oh, damn. Later. Do they pay somebody to stand in front of the bars and invite people in and be excited and go, come on in? I'm not going in there before I eat my steak dinner, or I will not make it back to my hotel. I will be wasted, completely wasted and trashed. As I should be when traveling. It really doesn't look like there's anything to eat in this block. It's just getting drunk. Mostly just getting drunk. You gotta eat first. What's this? Happy Chicks. Huh. Happy Chicks. Well, I'm always up for Happy Chicks. I'm single. Oh, you mean chicken. It's a play on words. You got me.
We're so fun.
New York City coming up ahead. Yeah, this is neat. Yeah. That's New York City number 1. New York City number 2. Okay. Huh. People might think you're an undercover cop. That's fine. Hey, welcome to shoot me. I'm definitely not dressed for this. Yeah, let's see. Polo shirt, check. Douchebag Miami sunglasses, check. Douchebag dress pants, check. Douchebag dress shoes, check. Come on, where can I get a steak? I always promise good brisket in Texas. All I can find is alcohol. I don't want alcohol. I want some good brisket.
Excuse me.
Hello.
So, Fun Street, 6th Street? Fun Street, 6th Street. Which way should we go?
I've been here for 5 hours and I've never been to Texas before, so I have no idea.
Now you're fucking me.
It seems like this area is more business and that area is more alcohol. So what are you looking for?
Alcohol.
Oh, that way.
Yep.
See, I'm a tour guide. I love Scotch from Bell. Look, I've only been here for like 5-6 hours and I'm a tour guide already. Look at me. Okay, really, where can I get a nice steak or some brisket? They didn't ask for your number. Dude, they were old. Get out of here. No offense, it's just not interesting. Ah, okay, so where? I want a nice steak. Where can I get a nice, good quality, some brisket, some steak? I guess I'm out of luck. I think it's too late. Walking in the wrong place. I don't know anywhere that serves brisket open at 11 p.m. See that's a crying fucking shame, man. That's one of the areas where New York kind of dominates. You can get anything, anytime, anywhere. I mean, you just pay through the ass for it and have a lower overall quality of life and higher rent and higher debt and higher stress and, you know. Anytime there's even the slightest bit of turmoil, the political system destroys. But. You can get stuff. If you go now, get in line at Franklin's Barbecue. Where's Franklin's Barbecue? Where's Franklin's Barbecue? I can't switch over to that app on my phone without losing something. But I'd like to know where that is. Where can I find that? Let's see, this is JP Morgan Chase. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna go back and see if one of those bars has shitty bar food. I give up. Texas wins. Ask someone where's the beef. Where's the beef? You passed the Eureka a minute ago. 4.5 to 4.8 star gourmet burgers. I don't want a burger though. I'm trying to avoid bread. Just give me the steak, and that's that. Maybe some greens on the side. Some green beans, some asparagus, some collard greens. Maybe a little bit of rice, but that's the most I'm doing for carbs or gluten. There are no late open barbecue places. Well, F me. Yeah, I'm not seeing the appeal of this, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I would understand, like, if it didn't cost a metric fuck ton to live here, I'd get it. But like, a shitty 900 square foot house in this area is over $800,000 with 2% property tax. You gotta have more than just bars. I want like around the clock service for that, you know? Like yesterday in New York City, I went to Wolf Nights. I got myself some steak and eggs, some really, really, really amazing hot sauce at 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning, walking down the road, and there was a place where I could get that. And if they weren't open, I could go 2 blocks in the other direction and get something. So like, you're getting financially raped, but at least you're getting something for the financial rape, you know? Like you're trading it for something. I don't see what you get for the financial rape in Austin. Like, I get it, but I don't see how it's worth the expense. To some degree, it's a little out of touch. Yeah, let's walk around a little more. You get the homeless. Yes, I'm noticing that. This is making me homesick. I guess that 2% property tax doesn't go to helping the homeless. All over the world. Somebody. That guy's talking and he doesn't have a phone or a Bluetooth headset on. It's okay. I talk to myself a lot of the time too. Doesn't mean you're crazy. It just means you're coming up. What the fuck? Yo, how is this? Tell me this isn't New York City. This is like New York City without the, what am I saying? Without the food choices, honestly. I went to the wrong part of Texas, man. I went to the wrong part of Texas. Around the block a little bit more. You wouldn't come to Austin for affordable housing, you come to Austin for work. I don't know. I don't know. Austin already has too many people. Not even remotely close to New York City though. Like I heard somebody complaining about the traffic in Austin. Bro, you guys have never driven through Manhattan. Like yesterday, getting from 30th Street to 31st Street took 5 minutes in a car. For some reason I forgot. Why does that person have their trunk open? Why do they have so many? Oh, it's because to showcase their subwoofers. That's what it is, to showcase the subs. You gotta play something good if you have all those subwoofers in your car though. I wanna hear Master P's make him say, Austin is 1 hour away from me, when can we meet up? And unfortunately this trip I have a tight schedule and I don't have a car. So this was really short notice, so I wasn't able to drive. Usually when I do road trips I prefer to drive because when I get there I have my own car available. I'm never renting a car again for the rest of my life after almost getting killed by 3 of them last year. But next time, because I'm probably going to be coming back to this area just to take another look at it. Just out of my own curiosity. I may take another look at this area. And when I do, I'm going to drive. It's a 27-hour drive, so. And I got notified about being on this panel of this conference with very short notice, so I wasn't able to do a 2 or 3 day drive. I can dodge, don't worry.
No, you're good.
I love hitting people on the sidewalk with my e-bike. It's one of my favorite hobbies. See, she drives better than she gives herself credit for. Definitely better than me. And then again, she's probably drunk because if you're on this block this late at night. It's a pretty safe assumption. Yeah, the people that complain about traffic in places like Austin or Houston, I'm guessing that they've never been in a city before. Like that you've been the closest thing that you've been driven in is probably Chesterfield, New Hampshire or something, where like you have 3,000 people in a space that's the size of New York City. Okay, beggars can't be choosers. Let's find ourselves some food down here. No peace. Isn't no peace New York City's motto? I thought no peace was New York City's motto. .517 6th Street. You know what? Let's head to it. 517 6th Street. Hi. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, I'm at 211. So let's see, which way do the numbers go up? This is 211. That's 214 over there. Why is this? I'm sorry, could somebody tell me what makes Austin different from New York City? Like, I'm not seeing it. Okay. What was that number for the... When are you leaving Austin? I got a flight back on Tuesday. I actually flew here today on a private jet. I posted a picture to my Instagram. I feel like such a dirty person saying that. I've realized that if I ever do wind up getting deleted off one form of social media, I really should have more. So I've decided to work on building an Instagram. I'm told that it's like your modern resume. But yeah, I got to fly in a private jet today. There were 2 people on this jet. Me and somebody with a lot more money than me. I can now cross that off my bucket list. That was cool. Like, no fucking TSA bullshit. Somebody says, "Excuse me, sir. May I take your bag for you, sir?" I'm afraid to ask what that cost. That probably cost my entire bank account for one flight. Very cool, though. Okay, I think what you guys said is 507 or 516 something for food. I lost the address, and I'm not going to look down at my phone and scroll because this place reminds me too much of New York for me to do that while walking down the street. Can anybody repeat what that was with honesty? 517, all right. My Instagram is L.A. Rossman. If you know how to spell my name right, you'll find me. If you don't know how to spell my name right, you'll never find me. And honestly, most of you can't spell my name, so you'll never find it. It's how I keep it secret. I felt like such a douchebag wearing these fucking pretentious douchebag sunglasses as I stare out the window of my private jet. Oh, it was fun. I think everybody should have the experience of being like Al Gore and flying around the world in a private jet once in their life, you know? I find no appeal in these places where you walk inside and you go deaf. I get nothing out of it. I don't know if that's because I'm old, because like, this is deafening. I'm yelling right now. I'm not even inside the bar, and I can't hear my own self talking. Like, people say that's where you're supposed to find women and flirt, but how does that even work? You can't even hear the person. I feel like people have been propagandized into believing that's fun. I refuse to believe that people are actually having fun in there. I don't believe that that's even possible. Like, I think that enough people have bought into it because they saw other people doing it in the movies, so then they think they're cool when they're doing it, or they see other cool people doing it, so they think that they're having fun, when in reality, they're going deaf and they're bored out of their minds, listening to really, really shitty music on really bad sound systems in rooms that have way too much pre-echo, way too many early reflections from no acoustic treatment. Ugh. Horrible. That guy has had more than me to drink tonight. This Damn, none of these bars serve food. Get me some food. How close are we to 517? That looks like a tattoo parlor over there. They probably have more edible shit than all these bars do. Another tattoo parlor over here. Excuse me, sorry.
All the artists from Jamaica.
Casino Bar and Grill. World famous hamburger. Here we go, baby. Let's see, what do we got? Sandwich, burgers, french fries. Okay, this is not exactly... Yeah, I don't feel like it. You know, I could always... Yeah, sorry. Oh. I'll take a grilled chicken club sandwich. I'll take that.
CID, please.
Yes, sir. I've aged poorly since this picture.
Are you with them?
I've aged poorly since this picture.
Ah, I hear you.
Thank you. Can I get a chicken club sandwich with bacon in it? Okay, my bad. Let's see. Grilled chicken club. Hello, how are you? Can I get a grilled chicken club sandwich, please? Yeah, the volume here is normal. It's a good pick. Whoever chose this place is a good pick.
What's up, man?
How are you?
Did you have a sound at the bar yet?
No, sir.
Grilled chicken club. You want fries with that?
No fries.
Sandwich $13.50.
Is it possible to get a drink back here too, or do I have to go to the bar? Like just a water or something?
It's all at the bar.
Okay.
Did you want to leave this open for any drinks? Or
Yes,
you
sir.
want to close it?
Yeah.
Leave it open?
Yeah.
All right, man. I do know who you are.
Small world.
Yeah.
I'm here for some for the Lightwave conference.
I've seen you on fucking YouTube and shit.
Oh, cool. What's your name?
O'Neal.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
too,
Thank
man.
you for making me food tonight.
Hell yeah. All right, man. We're gonna hang on to your card. So just give them your last name at the bar. Whenever you want to close out, they'll have your card up there. And
Okay.
We'll call you back for your food in about 15-20 minutes.
Thank you so much. Wait a second. 15 minutes for a chicken sandwich? Bruh. Beggars can't be choosers, am I right? Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh, what I missed? 30. Oh, Larry gave 20 bucks. Thank you, Larry. That's too kind of you. Time for a stream. Where can I stream? Someplace here I can stream. That's not it. That's a patio. I don't think I can stream outside. I think that's a New York City only thing. Ah, back here. Are you sitting here? Are you sitting here?
Hold on this table.
What was that? Sounded like a weak stream. True. I didn't have much to drink. It wasn't one of my greater streams. Does Lewis wash hands? Always. Always. Before and after.
And like, I just put it on like 10 minutes ago, and you're the third person. I love it.
That is the best
Like, I saw it, and I was like, I have to have it.
You have to. Tell me you got it for a steal.
10 bucks.
Steal. 10 out of 10. Good words. Okay, you have that.
Have a real drink on me. Thank you, Cameron. Give myself an unsweetened iced tea. Can you imagine being in some random bar in some random city and having the bar guy recognize you? Wow. Yeah, it's always a guy, unfortunately. That's the way this works. It's always a guy. Ted Cruz in the back. He chases the chicken around to the butcher. Huh? New York prices, true. Why do they keep your ID card? I don't know, but I'm craving Wolf Nights bad. You know, they have good food even though the service has become absolute garbage over the years. The food is really good there, even if the service is actual shit. $13.50 is far too much. I mean, you haven't been outside recently if you think that's too much on a Friday night at an entertainment venue. You find going to a bar by yourself difficult? No, I feel being hungry difficult. Going to a place to ask for a chicken club sandwich with bacon is actually really easy. What's difficult is being hungry. Now, if I was going just to drink, I would never do that at a bar. No, what I do, again, if I want to drink, some Fireball, some Everclear, my chair, Vandersteen Model 3 speakers, my apartment. I'll happily drink by myself. I don't want to be around a bunch of fucking other people.
Last name.
Grady.
Anybody else?
Got it. There's 2 Grady.
Which Friday's closing out?
Justin.
Yeah, the worst part about Wolf Nights, the dude, is that they don't let you use the bathroom anymore. I went there on my birthday. I spent about $60. I gave them a $30 tip, and they still wouldn't let me use the fucking bathroom. They used to let everybody use the bathroom there. It used to be public. I asked point blank. I said, "How much money do I have to give you to use the bathroom?" I never went. You know, I only go there if it's the last option. They didn't ask how you want the burger done because it's not a burger. It's a chicken club sandwich. Yes.
We'll call you back in a few minutes.
No, there's another Luis though. All right.
Oh, it was Haley.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was so hungry I heard Luis instead of as Illy's. Oh, I'm hungry. I can't wait to get my food.
Is that the worst one? Thank you.
I can't wait to get my food. I see legs right next to you. Okay. If your channel is about makeup tutorials, I bet girls will start wrecking you in the street. Yeah, I don't know how to put makeup on. It's not something I've ever done. Watch your kidneys on 6th. You know, I haven't had any alcohol in the last hour. Anyone in New York City who's not tried Wolf Nights, go fix that ASAP. You know, usually I'd say that, but again, they're very customer-unfriendly policy recently. I personally hope that they go out of business. Is it cheap? Ann says, I'm so tempted to get in my van and come see you. And if you visit Austin, I'm here until Tuesday. I think my flight is like Tuesday early afternoon or late morning. I'm staying at this place called like In Cahoots or Cahoots Inn or some shit like that. Where's your mask? What mask? You mean my person mask? Poor channel engagement. You have 400 people watching. You wait for a chicken burger. I used to, in 2016, I used to have 600 people waiting for me for a chicken burger, and that was when I had 4. So yes, poor channel engagement. They didn't take my ID, Jessica. Whatever. They took my card, and they asked for my ID because it's a bar. I get it. So that card doesn't have more than $50 on it. So anytime I give a card at a bar or something like that, I give a card that has a limit of $50. So if somebody tries to spend $100 on it, it'll get turned off. Okay, Dr. Nebula, for whatever the fuck you just did to my name, you're getting put on timeout. You're getting put on timeout for that. It's pricey, but any woman in there knows you have money. And where? I don't think any woman has noticed that I exist in here. But I'm okay with that because I came here to get food. Yeah, any woman in there knows you have money. How? Like, how would anybody think? Okay, I guess I have a fancy Banana Republic shirt. I got fancy dress shoes and fancy pants and shit. But like, it doesn't really make a difference there. You're male and hungry. Don't give in. Give in to what? I'm eating. You make me hungry now. I am hungry. How long are you in Austin for? Until Tuesday. Where are the douche glasses? Oh, right here. These? But I'm inside a bar, so I'm not going to wear douchey sunglasses. Hello from Vancouver. Hello.
Yes, I did like it.
If you have a meetup, I'm down. Yeah, I haven't really planned that. 6th is vastly overrated. Rainy is better for food and drink, unfortunately, but crowded. If you have time tomorrow, send me an email. I can't copy and paste that because YouTube is the YouTube Studio app is. I mean, the YouTube streaming app is retarded. It's actually retarded. I can't copy and paste a comment that you made, so I'm not gonna remember that. But Lewis@rossmangroup.com. If you know how to spell my name, you got my email. Stay hydrated. Oh, I got a water in my pocket. Yeah, see, I got this. Oh, you got more water. Let's see what we got. I definitely recommend one. Nice strap. How far am I? Okay, I'm 2 minutes behind. Texas is literally hell. Why? I don't think it's hell. I just think it's expensive and overrated if you're in Austin.
It was really fun. Like the fighting, you could tell they were having a lot of fun.
Okay, I got suspicious. That makes sense though. Let's find a hottie with a broken MacBook. You know, I gave my card today to a very cute person who's looking to start a YouTube channel who had a broken phone. Purely in the interest of business. Purely in the interest of business.
So good. I just like that movie is really fucking every genre of well, it kind of reminds me of like some, you know, Asian.
Hair of the dog, yes. Yes. And he has a fucking private jet. How often do you meet somebody with a private jet? Shit is that was an experience, man. No, Wes, not on this trip. I don't have a car. I don't know where you are, Frank Coley. But yes, hashtag right to reps. What is the Truth Seeker? I've answered that question 50 million times. That's now a super chat only question.
Because a lot of the populace.
Yeah, we'll press down over here.
Try to spend their money more smartly.
Let's see.
It's just like, you know, give them a little more. I don't know if there's much.
I want your clothes, dress shoes, and your electric motorcycle. Oh, you can always get it for yourself, Andrew.
I like one of the directors.
Lewis is planning on relocating after New York State audit is complete. True. Just wanted to point out that you asked for bacon to the bartender, but not to the chef. No, I did because it's included in the sandwich.
Yeah.
Nope, it's included in the sandwich, Paul Daly. It's written right on the menu. Whoa, who is this little fucker? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Oh, I can't turn the flashlight on. You can't see that. There's a nice little guy visiting. There was a roach on the bar. Okay, that's beautiful. Now I really feel like I'm at home. Now I truly feel like I'm at home. A nice little roach on the bar. You got the full experience, baby. I smile when I feel like I'm close to home. You're lagging hard. It's a cell phone streaming, man. You get what you get. No, he not lagging. You made me fix multiple laptops and now I own a framework. Well, that's cool. What are you doing there? You know, I was supposed to only be on one panel today, but I got included on two. Destiny was scheduled apparently. Steve Bonnell, the streamer, the political, he was scheduled to debate somebody on monarchy as a fix to the political system, like actual monarchy, like kings and queens and shit. And he ducked out. So they asked me if I would be there, and I said, bro, I fix laptops. Like, what the fuck? You have some like historian dude, some dude with like knowledge of history that wants to debate this. I don't know. That was a joke. That was funny. That was a joke. I'm honestly mainly here to meet the dude that donated to my nonprofit. I don't give a fuck about any sort of conference. I don't give a fuck about a panel or like debating monarchy versus democracy or whatever the fuck that is. Easy Tiger is tasty but not open late. Well, unfortunately it's late and I'm hungry, so that doesn't help me. But I appreciate your $10 and I'll consider going to that place tomorrow, hell operator. Thank you. Tomorrow I'll try it. Can't see. Yeah, such is life. I met a guy with a private jet who flies construction crews around. Dining at the Roach Bar. True. Again, beggars can't be choosers. Laughing my ass off. Who picked this joint? Chat. Chat will always fail you. Check your sandwich before taking a bite. It's extra protein, bro. It's extra protein. As the ambiance, as somebody said. Where's Lewis? Austin, Texas. 6th Street. I'm just waiting for a sandwich. Wait for a sandwich. Extra protein in your sandwich. If you just arrived, Lewis, and yeah. So when you give a city a roach, you're turning it from Houston to New York. Oh, sorry. Now let me move out of your way. Stay left.
Also, I love the like the music in the hot dog.
Now that's mood lighting. Yes. Monarchy is better than democracy. I don't think so. And I tried to make my case for that tonight. But do keep in mind I am not a political debate streamer. I am a laptop repairman. So that was kind of a fail. I'm gonna kick Destiny in the nuts the next time I see him. It wasn't really. It was more of a discussion than a debate with Curtis Yarvin. I don't know where the fuck he watched it, Knox, because I wasn't paying attention to it. But I'm definitely kicking Destiny in the nuts the next time I see him. 100%. He left me alone with those fucking people. He left me alone with those people. Let's see.
Like $30 sub.
And it's not really a hotel. It's some sort of hipster Austin shit, Bushwick bullshit. It's not really a hotel. It's like a place with a code and then another code you need to get into a room that you share with other people. It's kind of a scam of a hotel, to be honest with you. But I kind of got tricked last minute with it. But it's not. Again, it's better than most of the hotels I stay at. But there's no reception desk or anything like that, Ann. They don't have a reception desk or a receptionist. They have a woman that kind of floats in between 3 different buildings in the area that she manages, and the hotel number forwards to her cell phone. It's kind of like the way I ran my MacBook repair business at the beginning. I thought about making custom models for Framework. How about voltmeter inputs and HDMI input? I don't know if anybody would buy that. So you're going to spend a lot of time, money, and effort to make these things, and you can already get a USB-C voltmeter input for like $6 or $12 on store.rossmangroup.com. Monarchy is the best system of government as long as you have a good monarch. The problem is that it's the worst system and you get a bad monarch and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, like he was making the argument that, businesses and movies, all of this is essentially a monarchy. You have a dictator. It's like, true, you do have a dictator, but it's a dictator for a business. It's not a dictator for a society. A, you have different companies, so if one company does something stupid, you can go to another. If one monarch does something stupid in America, you can't go to another because you're stuck. And B, the main issue that I had with it is that a monarchy, again, I as a business owner, I don't have a monopoly on the use of force, whereas a government does. So to give a government a monopoly on the use of force and then give a monarch the power, that's like, no. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have a I would love to have a monopoly on the use of force sometimes when it comes to some things that employees do. I'm telling you, there are times that I read through a ticket, I just like, I look at an L and I wish that I had a monopoly on the use of force. Just go, like you thought getting hit by a truck was hard. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a truck, but I could bench 225 for a set of 11. But in all seriousness, like, yeah, I don't think that works. Where is Erica? That's a super chat only question. Go around, $50 or over. When I get a question 10 times a day, what I do is I make it a super chat only at $50 or higher. That's a super $50. That's my price to answer the same shit over and over again. And you can email me. Here's the. So I'm meeting this guy at like around 2 to 6 at his office to talk about some projects and potentially relocating my business here, and some stuff that we could do here, like to try to further his goals. And after that, I'm gonna be kind of free. Actually, there's another event. Whatever the fuck this conference is having a party. I may or may not show up. The ratio of autistic men to good-looking women is about 100 to 0. So I'm not exactly interested in spending my whole time there. So maybe probably after 6 or something. But either way, Ann, send me an email. I'll read it if I don't get drunk tonight. That's an if. That's an if. If monarchy is so good, why do we leave Britain? True. And again, the guy had a lot of history knowledge that I don't, because I don't read books, because I can't read, because I'm dumb. I read, but I was just trying to argue the philosophy of it rather than the facts and the reality, because I don't know. Nider Lev, that is a super chat only question, $50 or higher. Again, if I answer a question 5 times a day, what I've decided to do is instead of get annoyed by it, turn it into something profitable. That's a $50 super chat question right there. Okay. Where can we watch this? I mean, you're watching it right now, are you not, on YouTube? I actually have a motherboard I'd be interested in finding if you could fix it. Is it a MacBook motherboard? I think it's more of a discussion, JNNX, but I kind of got rear-ended into it. What about meeting autistic women at these events? They do exist. There were like 2 women and 100 dudes. So like, yeah. I sent an email to Rossman Group. Hope to have a beer or a shot with you before you leave Austin. Just want to know if you and Erica are together. No, we're not. We broke up in January of this year. She's a lovely woman, very kind woman, good-hearted woman, good human being, not romantically compatible. We tried to make it work like 6 or 7 times, but I figure after like breaking up 6 or 7 times, it's probably time to like call it quits. I hope she finds a dude that she's compatible with. She's a great woman. She deserves a great life, and she deserves a guy that's gonna bring out the best in her. And that's not me. That is not me. So I hope the best for her. But no, she's one of the few women like that I've had a relationship with where afterwards I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. It's just it doesn't work. You could just ban the word Erica. Yeah, but it's much less profitable, to be honest with you, Stoner Points. And yeah, also email lewis@rossmangroup.com. Tell me, where should I do a meetup? If I were to do a meetup tomorrow night, where should I do it? Like, I need some input from you guys. So if I'm in Austin and I want to have a place that's not too loud so I can hear people, where people can come by, talk, shoot the shit, then leave, like, where should I have a meetup? Because, oh boy, my food. Hello. Thank you so much. Have a good night. This is a good looking chicken club sandwich, baby. Oh man. Hello. Turning something annoying into something profitable. It's a good mission. Yeah, can you have like an iced tea or something?
Sweet or unsweet?
Unsweetened.
$3.25.
Yep. He has my card at the kitchen. Rossman. My God, this is good.
You want to water or something?
I just got you have a napkin by any chance?
Yeah, right.
I mean this in the best possible way. I've never had food this good at a bar before.
Well, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. This is amazing.
Okay.
It really is. And you got the chicken sandwich, which is awesome.
Yes.
At the club, yeah. The linen.
Hell, even the unsweetened iced tea is good here. I feel spoiled.
We don't skip on our food. We don't make money off the food that we sell here. We make money off the drinks that we put in.
Well, hopefully you make money off the tip I give you for this.
Appreciate you.
This is good.
Indeed.
My God, this is
Next
good.
time, try the burger.
Don't be a sim. Oh, gargle my balls, you asshole. Let's see. I'm complimenting the bartender. That's not being a sim. That's enjoying quality service from quality people. Which more people should do, by the way. What's the inside scoop on why Lewis and Erica broke up? Super chat $50 and I'll answer your question. Have you met Curtis Yarvin? I did. He's a very interesting guy, even if I disagree with him on the monarchy shit.
Yeah, that was like a
Very interesting dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I used to work. I worked
Joe Rogan appearance. We're in the neighborhood on a good platform that's good to repair. Mitchell Gill. I've emailed Joe Rogan about 5 times between 2017 and 2020. I'm not going to keep spamming him, you know? He's a good dude. I've enjoyed watching his show over the years. Sometimes I've disagreed. Sometimes they've been annoying. But for the most part, I've enjoyed watching his show over the years. I was a little frustrated at the Larry Sharpe show. I felt like Larry Sharpe did not get a great opportunity to discuss his ideas. But for the most part, I've enjoyed Joe Rogan's show over the years. But I can't force my way onto a show. But if there were ever an invite extended, I'd be happy and honored to be on his program to discuss right to repair and everything else, as I am happy to discuss it with virtually anybody. James, that's a $50 super chat question. $50 are up and you get access to my personal business. Let's see. Bro just barges into Rogan studio. You see, if people are really good at mixed martial arts and own a gun, I tend not to break into their building. Part of the issue in Austin is driving. You want to get somewhere not out, row, obnoxious, it would have to be out of Austin. Probably. I would be okay with that. It's just even outside of Austin a little bit. 900 square foot house is like 800K. It's fucking crazy. What type of phone do you have? Samsung S10e. Show the sandwich.
slowed down the last 3 weeks.
Motherfucker. Just dropped my damn phone. It's a good sandwich,
We have the bar back up there, so maybe that's why it's less money than Verge too.
You like having the bar back?
I only wanted one last year.
He asked.
No, he said we get right up the road. I said, whatever. But last Thursday was the only day I wanted a bar back because my legs all fucked up. And that's when Molly called out sick. Come on, you can help you.
Oh, I guess, man. I gotta look at the Urban? Look at you. Why did you have a bar back?
Excuse me, one moment.
Thank you, darling.
This is so good. My God. Don't talk about tip before tipping. Don't tell me what to do, you fuck. You fuck. That's it. Bro, you need to tell us how to date in bars. You don't. I don't know how any of that's supposed to work. Too loud, too annoying. Never got a date in the bar. Probably never will. It's not my preferred method of meeting people.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, Rudy's here in New Mexico. Alana, how are you? Good evening.
Fine, okay. Keeping it open. Okay. Hold the card. Hey, buddy, once you guys are well locked up.
It's a very unwieldy sandwich. I've broken my toothpick. It doesn't want to stay together anymore. Come on, little toothpick. You got this. Austin has become a little too not Texas. Yeah, I did a walkthrough earlier in the stream, and it really does feel a little bit more like New York than it feels like Texas, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. I bet you get his attention now. Not try again. Now my channel's dead now. If I couldn't get Joe Rogan's attention when I got 3,000 to 6,000 viewers a stream, I'm definitely not getting it at 400 viewers a stream. This channel is dead. But I'm not trying to spam people, you know. I'm not here to spam people. That would annoy the shit out of me.
How is it? Can I help you, sir? Jack the Rock. Oh, okay. Oh, a year ago? Where are at night?
That was so good. Thank you, Joseph. That's nice. Thank you for being here all these years and providing us countless hours of entertainment. Thank you for calling me eating a sandwich entertainment. I don't see any USB digital DMM voltmeter input device on your website. No, it's the USB-C amp meter. It tells you the voltage as well. The USB-C amp meter tells you voltage. You look bald from this angle. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a cameraman, man. I'm balancing my phone against a glass of iced tea. It's all right, Martin Torres. Everybody's annoying. See, you're welcome to be annoying. Everybody is. This is not Casey's Rib Shack. Casey's Rib Shack is in New Hampshire, and this is Austin, Texas. Meeting woman in a bar is so old school. Yeah, I've never had that work. Now you're famous, so try it one more time. We'll stalk Joe to invite you. No, I'm less famous now. Would I be able to close out my tab? Rossman? At least none of my super chats go to Right to Repair. No. John Hall, super chats go straight to me. My nonprofit is a real nonprofit. I actually make zero money from it. FightToRepair.org, 501c3 Repair Preservation Group, 501c4 Repair Preservation Action Fund pays me a salary of $0 and pays zero of my expenses. But super chat, that goes straight to the burrito fund. That goes straight to my Everclear and my Saturday night Everclear and Fireball fund. Huh? All right. Thank you so much. What's the story about a tech changing the flux formula? So Amtech and Inventec are apparently two separate people, and I think it's like NC559V2TF turned into NC559V2ASM. I honestly barely tell the difference between the two. Like, to me, there's good flux and there's bad flux. So I didn't even notice when they did that because A, I don't really do repairs anymore, my staff does. B, my staff never complained about it because they couldn't even tell the difference. There are flux connoisseurs. The kind of person that's going to say, like, this $600 wine tastes worse than this $60,000 wine kind of people. I'm not really a flux connoisseur. It's like a good burrito, you know? It's either a good burrito or it's not. Hello, Lewis. I'm doing okay, dear. You look like you're having fun. I am having fun. Thanks, Alana. I'm ending a very strange day, meeting a lot of very strange people, and having a bunch of strange experiences with a very good sandwich. Yo, going on a private jet was fun. I've never aspired to be insanely rich, but I gotta say, riding on a private jet, now I kind of do. What if we spam them? People hate spam, so they usually do the opposite of whatever you do when you spam them, you know? Why a farmer's protest, RNL? What's the point of that? What are you protesting? Your channel's not dead, it's throttled. You need another viral hit like the homeless great right to call it. Thank you so much. Okay, what are we saying for a tip? I'm thinking 150%. 150% sounds like it for me. They were nice people. Do you plan on relocating your team, or do you plan on hiring new people? I plan on relocating the people that are open to relocating. I'm planning on relocating the best people, and then the rest, well, I don't know. Let nature sort that out. I did my best to stay in that city, but they want to financially rate me. And I'm not cool with that. Okay, I already used the bed.
Wake up Sunday morning.
You have a good night, man. Thank you so much. Let's see how long it takes for him to notice I gave him a 150% tip. I'm going to wait for a second. He just read it. All right. There's something about that feels really good. Have any of you ever went to like some shithole Waffle House or shithole Denny's like on Christmas morning? and then, you know, like bought something and then left a $100 or $200 tip. And then you look, you know, as you're leaving, just kind of look through the window to see the reaction. It's better than any gift you can get, seeing that kind of smile. Like, not on something like tonight, but like the kind of person that's working at a Denny's on Christmas morning, like, your life sucks. I remember being like, you know, like working close to minimum wage at a dump on Christmas. That shit sucked. But like seeing those smiles in those moments is incredibly rewarding. Those are the worst subwoofers I've ever heard in my life. That's all 80 hertz and no 20 and 30. Man, you want subwoofers to have more than just 80 hertz. Like 80 hertz is not really sub. It's just normal woofer. Okay, I gotta figure out where the fuck my hotel is. Where is my hotel? I'm relocating your team. I want to relocate the best people so that if I hire new, they'll all learn from the best so that the culture of the company maintains the way it is. Like, I train people and I give them the idea of what the company culture is, and I set the ideal. I find people that can live up to it, that can teach others, and then they could just keep recreating it in its own image. I have no idea where the fuck my hotel is. More food streams will boost viewership. Maybe. Any delays at the Rossman Group headquarters during the audit? Just getting ready to send mine to the wizard. No, I mean, everybody's working, full staff around the... Like, if the state tries to claim I owe them 300 or 600K or some bullshit, then, you know, rip. Service will be delayed indefinitely after I go fucking bankrupt. But until that day comes, nope, everything's still moving. I gotta figure out where I'm even walking to. Most bar conversations are so cringy it hurts listening to people in the background. Yeah, I don't really talk at bars. I mean, if I want to have a conversation with somebody, that's not the place to go. Plus, when you go to a bar, everybody already knows each other. So, like, if you just go and you just try to talk to some random person, there's always this, like, weird side eye, like, who are you talking to me for? And that's assuming you can actually hear them to begin with. It's not my preferred social environment. Not by a long shot. Are you afraid of... what? That's ridiculous. Okay, let me catch up on chat for a minute and then maybe figure out what direction my hotel is in. Okay, I'm behind by 7 minutes. I will check out some chat, go someplace where I cannot get stabbed in the back. Actually, this is an excellent place to avoid being stabbed in the back. Right here. Women in bars like drinks. I'm not buying fucking people drinks. Fuck that. That is a big MAGA truck right there. Holy shit. Whoa, that is the biggest MAGA truck I've seen in my life. I agree with you, Murder. And if you listen, Murder Panda, that was me yelling voice of reason every now and then. I don't know if it got picked up in the microphone. Everybody was booing him and I wasn't booing him. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're all booing him. It's funny because somebody in Destiny's Discord was saying, "Oh my God, I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of those people in the audience that they may hurt him. They may follow him." Like, dude, do you see how no, like, no offense. This is the most autistic audience I've seen, autistic, nerdy audience I've seen in my life. You have nothing to fear from these people. Are you fucking kidding? Like, I'm counter heckling them sitting next to them. Some people are very fragile in chat though. But then you need to drink with me, maybe. Okay, I'm behind by 6 minutes. Never been to Huntsville, Alabama. Never been to Alabama, actually. How many seats did this jet have? It had 6 seats. It was cool. I've never been on a private jet until today. That was cool. If you meet a girl in Texas, be careful. You'll have to keep the baby. I have no worries about that because in the, decade and a half that I've been having sex, I have never impregnated a woman. In fact, one of the easiest things to do is not impregnate a woman. Like, they make stuff for this now. I'm like, I don't know. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and like, I've fucked up so many things. I just don't get how you fuck that part up. Like, but either way, I'm at a point in my life where I'm not having sex with people unless I could see myself having a kid with you anyway. When I was younger, it was different, but like, at this point, like, if I'm having sex with you, it's because I see you as a prospective mother to my future kids. But if I do have sex with you, and I don't want to have a kid, I'm not having a kid. Anyway. Private jets will do that to you. I got that realization when I stayed in a 15-bedroom mansion. True. It really can spoil you. It can definitely... The one thing I will say is that the way they land private jets, holy fuck. Like, if I were... The way that I ride my bike around New York City, add 7 glasses of whiskey to that, and that's the way they land private jets. Like, these people have no chill whatsoever. He's just like... I was waiting for him to just start yelling woo in the pilot seat, but he didn't do that. Who's watching the cat right now? That's a super chat question. If I answer a question 5 times a video, I'm making it a super chat question from now on. Ouch, watch it, man. Watch what? Watch what? What am I watching? The New York City raised taxes again. I don't know. I haven't even kept track of that. Are you in Austin for business? Yes, I am. I am in Austin for business, Alana, and I'm also here to potentially discuss I have to discuss a business venture with somebody that's separate from my store, a business venture with somebody that has directly to do with my store, and I was also here to see somebody who had invested in the nonprofit. I shouldn't say invested because you don't get your money back from that, but... I used to go to a cheaper restaurant almost every day. I gave everyone a $100 tip for Christmas. Several of them said it was the only reason they had a Christmas. Yeah, like, that's the thing. That's where a normal, average, everyday person can have a massive outsized effect on somebody's life. And the amount of surprise that you cause them by doing something like that, it creates a sense of joy that's really difficult to create elsewhere with that same $100. Do the best employees want to move? Yes, I took the best employees. Honestly, I took their wives on vacation as well as them because, let's face it, it doesn't really matter if they want to go. If their wives don't want to go, they're not going to go. So I took the best people and their wives on vacation. They said yes. Actually, the best one, his wife is like, yo, when the fuck are we getting out of here? So I got the okay. And now I just have to, after getting the okay, I just got to find a place. But I can't find a place until my audit's over. Okay, I'm still behind on chat by 6 minutes because as I keep reading it, you guys keep chatting. So I don't think I'm ever going to get to it. So I just have to ignore all the stupid ones. I'm going to ignore all the stupid ones. But firstly, there's a crackhead that keeps circling around where I am, which is why I'm moving back and forth over here. I don't see how this is different from New York. If I have to like look to my left and right to avoid crackheads and then like keep my eyes out for them. That kind of seems a little New Yorkish, you know. Destiny never getting unbanned from Twitch despite being an OG. Destiny shouldn't have been banned from Twitch for what he said. He should have been banned from Twitch for making me sub in on a panel to debate somebody on monarchism. Motherfucker. I'm gonna get him for that. Who's watching the dog? I don't have a dog. Who's watching the cat is a $50 super chat question. We're turning this shit into a straight up business. Any chance you're looking at Houston? Not at the moment, no. Is Paul or Steve better? You know, it's not really right to answer questions like who's better than who on a stream like this. It's kind of like if somebody asks which one of your kids is better. Like that's just, you can't, I mean, I have an answer in my head and I know the answer to that, but I'm not answering that question. Is your team trans diverse? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that word means. Cities like Austin or NY Light. True. Grabbing a scooter. Nope. You moved to Texas. No, I flew here. Okay, I caught up on chat. Now, YouTube used to do this thing where I could resume my stream after switching apps, but now it doesn't do that anymore, which really sucks. So I don't know if I'll be able to resume the stream after I check Google Maps to see where my hotel is. So let's see if I'll be able to resume this. Give me one moment. Okay, here we go. Hello, Din Dog. How are you? How are you? Hope the annoying lady at work is less annoying than she used to be. Nobody deserves to have to deal with annoying people at work. I still think that your Urans can suck it, by the way. You remember why? Hello, Alana with the starstruck eyes. Is it Elena or Alana? I always get that name wrong. One of my female arch nemesis has a name that's very similar to yours. Starkingly similar to yours. Actually, I have two arch nemesises that have very similar names to you. Like one has a similar first name and one has a similar last name. But one, it's very, and it's, took your advice on getting a ThinkPad, but the one I have is the LAN port cover missing. Do you know where to buy one and how to fix it? You don't need a LAN port cover, you're fine. That shit's extra, bro. You don't need that. That's what we call it, extra. It's like a JTAG connector, you know? You learn to live without it. You're never gonna find that anywhere. I'm serious, I have no idea. It's a lot like the name Lana, but with A in the front, like Atlantis, Alanis, etc. Okay. I like to try to make an effort to pronounce people's names correctly because many people mispronounce or misspell mine. So it's inconsiderate of me to do the same thing. I'm glad I had it correct. Your favorite type of repair to do on devices? JTAG connector removal. Definitely JTAG connector removal. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Money, no.
One moment with the super chat question. I'm walking past the street where I really am not gonna fucking look down at my phone. Okay, I should be good now for a blink. Agree or disagree? It's sex discrimination to call a male, even those that have changed their appearance to look more feminine, a woman, and vice versa. I don't think it's discrimination. Like I don't think it's discrimination. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would disagree with the idea that that is discrimination. Like when I think of discrimination, I think of I'm not letting this person in this business, I'm not serving this group of customer, like that type of shit. I don't think of. Maybe you could call it misclassification. But yeah, again, if somebody identifies as a female, like I see they're going out of their way to wear a dress and talk feminine and shit, but it's obvious that they were born with a dick, like I'll just call them she if it makes them happy. You know, like I can think what I think in my own mind. And you're never gonna fucking change what's in my head. Like that's just not happening. But like I don't see a need to get into conflict in the moment with somebody who's like childhood was probably torture and teenage years are probably torture and hell. It doesn't cost much to be polite. Because that's the thing that I think that gets missed out in this entire issue. It's like, I'm not doing something that I don't. I mean, it doesn't cost much to be polite. You're never going to change what's in my head. I'm not going to fuck somebody that's born with a dick. It's just never going to happen. And I have my own idea about what I think a man and a woman are. But if somebody had like, I don't know, a hormone, like fucked up androgen receptors or some shit like that, Jess had explained it to me. She had explained the entire trans case as to how somebody can have fucked up androgen receptors and wind up believing they're a different gender than what they are and all that shit. Like if you have that, that's fine. Like it really is no skin off my back to be a decent human being. Now, if you want to use the law to force me to call you what you want me to call you, then fuck you. I will be polite by choice because I feel like it doesn't cost me much to be polite by choice. If you try to force me to say certain things, that's when you can gargle my balls. That's where I would go on that. Yeah, like if I have a customer come in the store and the appearance to me is, that's a dude in a dress. Again, like to say they or she or something, it's like, you want to spend money getting your stuff fixed. I want to get a 5-star Yelp review and have you enjoy the experience of coming here more than the experience of going to the Apple store. Like, why? Like, what do I have to gain in that moment from antagonizing you? Not really. I don't gain much from that. There's no point. Like, I'm not looking to spark a philosophical or biological debate with every fucking person that I come into contact with. That's not really the purpose there of those basic interactions. Nor do I believe that I'm conceding it. Okay, one moment. Yeah, what are you looking back at, man? Get the fuck out of here. What's good, bro? Fuck it. Ugh. I don't think he likes my stance on trans politics. Hopefully hopefully you'll excuse me not looking down at my phone for the next half a block. Yeah, I'm not gonna read chat for a little bit. Okay, we're back to gentrification. I can scroll.
Is it a pop-up or is it permanent?
Opinion on software engineering. That's a really stupid question. That's like saying opinion on water. Yeah, that's a dumb question. I'm sorry. Whoever said there's no such thing as dumb questions, no, there are. That's a dumb one. I see the borderline anxiety of Lewis walking around being a successful YouTuber makes me laugh at the people who actually want this life lifestyle. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, how do I get into this shithole? There we go. Fucking scam of a hotel. How do you get into this fucking scam of a hotel? Hello? Who are you? Never mind. tinted glass made the person behind the bar look cuter than more. You always be careful of tinted glass, it'll turn a 4 into a 10. Especially if you've had some alcohol. That'll fuck you up. That will fuck you up. Okay. Where am I going? Female at medical facilities and whatnot. Yeah, that's in their doctor. I don't fucking know. If somebody has like fucked up androgen receptors, so they are. This is so crazy that there's like an upscale, fancy schmancy bar restaurant right by a crackhead. Like I just find this so. One moment, I gotta get into this room and I forget my code. 1 sec, be right back. Here we go, home sweet shithole. Alright. Home sweet fucking shithole. Okay, so let's see, where did I leave off in chat? I'm sweating my balls off in here, Jesus Christ. One moment. I'll read all your shit in a minute. Okay, so the script. So if somebody goes to a medical facility and they identify as a female but they're male or vice versa, what should they do? That is up to a fucking doctor. I fix MacBooks, bro. I don't know. Again, if somebody has fucked up androgen receptors or something that is some medical issue that is causing them to believe that they are the opposite gender, that what they actually are, how do you treat them at a medical facility? No fucking clue. I don't know, I ain't a fucking doctor. I don't know how you expect me to answer this shit. That's not an answer. That's not really a question that I would be able to answer for you, to be honest with you. And I'd be bullshitting you if I even tried. Should it be, let's see. Probably Netherlands or Australia. One of my friends in Amsterdam said I could go stay with him. He said all of Europe is shocked. Shocked by what, Alon? What are you talking about there? I missed that thread of the conversation because I was walking by a crackhead. How to make friends and influence people. Exactly, it's absurd if that big of an issue is to be called a certain title. Sure, I'll do it. Again, I'll do it. Again, if you try to say I have to, then that's where it becomes an issue. But like, for me, it's weird because I don't see it as a political issue. I see it as it's like a socialization issue. It's like, even in the household I grew up in, you know, just being polite, being a decent person to the person I'm next to is never really something that you had to force. Sometimes it's just easier to be a good person. Like, not everything needs to be a fight about my masculinity and not being a cuck and me not, you know, kowtowing to somebody who's woke. Like, it really just isn't about that. I prove my masculinity by outbenching and deadlifting my shipping department. That's not. I don't prove my masculinity by fucking, you know, like triggering somebody by calling them the wrong pronoun on purpose or some shit. That's just me. Like, okay, one moment. It's washing my hands. I'm gonna refill my water. I am behind on chat by a good. Yeah, my last chat was 11:23, and it's 11:29. All right. So let's see. What do we have here? What brand of polos do you wear? This is a Banana Republic. So I got a bunch of Banana Republics because there was one that I think was closing or something, so they had a decent deal. Otherwise, I'm not spending fucking $55 a shirt. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I stocked up while it was cheap. It's a Banana Republic. I follow the Rossman. Let's see. Rossman character arc, redemption of the JTAG, in hopes that he someday uses it self to diagnose a border pair. Should just be polite. Yeah, true. Oh, sorry. Did I wake you up? No. My bad. I didn't realize. Ink like it's you 110% tip. So when I said this is a scam, so I got a hotel room, but it's like a 3-bedroom thing. And I forgot that there's other people here. Let's see. I really hope to talk to you in person someday. I swear you're one of the only people I've seen with a brain. I don't think I have much of a brain. Yeah. Should a man be able to identify as a woman and be able to transfer to a woman's prison? Yeah. Yeah, that's... Let's see. I would say no, Dindog. I would say no. My position on trans prisons would probably be the same as trans sports. I would say no. That's my... I haven't really thought about it much. Paul says tonight we're going to watch Lewis get mugged for a 5-year-old phone. 3-year-old phone. Not liking transphobia I'm seeing here, not poggers. That's not phobia. I'm not afraid of anything, actually. I'm actually a quite accepting person. There's no phobia for me, man. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of spiders. Definitely not afraid of trans people. Sorry, you're gonna have to find... Nope, not letting you redo the English language to suit your ideology. Nice try. It hurts me when people speak badly of other people who didn't decide to be born that way. The same as judging someone with a physical disability. Yeah, again, like how much fucking work does it take to call somebody like a she if they want to be called a she? Like, why? Like, why argue? Why torture yourself? Why torture them? Like, what? It just seems like an asshole thing to do for no reason. Yeah, if you want me to redefine, like, who I go out with based on that, like, get the fuck out of here, but it really doesn't take much to be polite to people. Thank you for everything you do to further the right to repair. Thank you, Alaskan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bikes on the street are a good thing, Sam Perry. Much better than cars in areas like this. Cars in areas like this, it's just painful. And it's slower. It's slower to get around with a car here. Avoid large tent settlements. We'll do Mike acquaintance. That's why California is not a thing for me. Or downtown Washington, D.C. Okay, maybe I'll unhide you, Portal's rule. I will unhide you, Portal's rule.
Okay. Hi.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm alright. Enjoying the evening? Oh, she's kind of cute. I hope he gets lucky. Sounds hot too. Why is everybody trying to bait him with talk about political shit? I don't know. Drama? Fun? If somebody asked the Supreme Court nominee if they could define the word woman in the 80s, the country would have been in hysterical laughter. Yeah, true. That wasn't exactly the best moment in history. That wasn't exactly the, yeah, that was definitely a meme moment. But the proper follow-up to that question would have been, what do you define yourself as? Let's see. What is with all these gender questions? Are you trying to cancel Lewis? No, that only works on Destiny on Twitch, I'm afraid. Doesn't work on me. Doesn't work on me. Once you can bench 2 plates, they can't do it to you anymore. You get your own bathroom. I think so. Steal whatever you'd like. How do you prevent personal conflict in your life from affecting your work ethic? You don't. The idea that you could separate personal and business conflict is bullshit. It's not possible. If your personal life is fucked up, it will reflect in your business. And the money that your business makes will be direct. The money that your business makes or does not make is usually often a direct reflection of your mindset. And you may think that that's not true. Here's the thing. Anytime that I have this feeling that like maybe as an employer I'm not really doing much or I'm not really guiding the company much, what I've started to do is I've started to journal, and I would overlap my journal when I discuss my moods and my self-confidence with my income in QuickBooks, and I can directly correlate when I'm happier and in a better state of mind, my business makes more money. Separately, my YouTube channel will make more money and have higher viewership. Like everything looks up for me. When I'm depressed, anxious, in a bad state of mind or feel fucked up in the head, my YouTube channel suffers, my business suffers, which is weird because again, you'd think like it's Paul doing work, Chris doing work, Kevin doing work, but there's like these little things, these little kind of decisions, this stuff that is kind of, I can't even explain the totality of it, where whether it's just the influence that I have or don't have, the bad influence I have or don't have, the decisions that I make on a macro level that I take for granted, that wind up just going in the shitter. You want to deny reality, go right ahead. It's not denying reality. If somebody's androgen receptors don't work, which causes them to have a particular condition, that is reality. But that's reality. Now, I mean, the sad fact of that reality is that their condition, it makes them, to me, undateable. But that doesn't mean that, like, I have to go out of my way to, like, misgender them for it. Again, that's not my, like, if you're in this weird in-between state between man and woman, I don't know. Like, whatever it is you feel you are at that point, I'll call you it. Does that mean that I'm going to put my dick in you? No. But, you know, again, it's just be polite. Like, it really, how does it hurt you to be polite in that situation? It really doesn't hurt you to be polite in that situation. I don't get it. Like, I really do think that, like, 99% of that isn't even a political issue. It's just like an issue of being polite or a decent human. One sec, I'm going to close my Google Maps window because there's no reason to have that open. I find it strange nobody's protesting marching for men's abortion rights. He was a stomper. Bring her on the show. Most people are staying there probably from New York City. No, only me, actually. Actually, one person is from upstate New York, but that's not even close to me. Do you know Joe Biden fell off his bike because his tires didn't have enough inflation? Okay, that's kind of... Yeah, he fell off his bike because he's fucking old. Oh, you put my grandma when she was 80 on a bike, she'd have been dead 5 minutes later. Email sent you with contact info. Your face is thin now. Congrats on the weight loss. Thank you. It's been almost 30 pounds. Sure, wait a second. No, it has been 31 pounds right now. 31 to 33, depending on when. Let's see. I need ninja shoes. Huh? Your emotional well-being is so important for your productivity. True. Very true. Screw the business 101, get the girl. That's not my business. I don't know what the fuck they have going on back there. It's not my business. Tim Pool is moving his studio out of Maryland eventually. He said it's too hard to do business there. He's moving to West Virginia. Well, hopefully yes. Hopefully it goes well for him. Hopefully it goes well for him. You look like you're fixing something. What's broken? I do this for a living, you know. Let's see if we can figure it out.
Well, the Roku, like, it's like, has like one of those little Roku connectors. It's not connecting to the remote, so we can turn it on, but we can't like change the channel.
Well, let's see. Can I fix a television? Let's see.
It's like supposed to connect with this device and be able to.
All right, let's see. One way to find out.
But I might have another one of those too.
Okay, so this is over here, right? Okay, so what's it not connecting to?
It's like the remote is not.
Oh, the remote's here.
But we already changed the batteries and it works to that TV.
Let's see. So this remote works in the for the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the infrared sensor in this one's being covered by something.
Well, he puts us with that. I'm gonna go see if I have another one of those, okay? Because I feel like we're close.
Do you have a plastic pry tool by any chance?
I was for the reset.
I was gonna try it. Should have brought a screwdriver kit with me.
What the heck, man? You don't got a screwdriver kit with you? Okay, I'll be right back.
Not what I was planning to drive in. These things are such cheap pieces of shit.
You don't work here, do you? No. Aren't you here with somebody?
No, I'm just bored. My YouTube chat is.
Are you with Matthew?
I am with. I thought I had my own hotel room and I got semi-scammed into this like 4-bedroom thing.
Yeah.
So
Greg set you up though, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I give up. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm a shitty repairman.
Yeah. Thanks.
I tried. Let me plug my battery back in. Okay. Clean off this freaking camera. Okay. You ever trust anyone who says vibes? They usually want to sell you something. Not, usually, or they're a hippie. I think you have a very practical attitude. Those trans be nice, but you're entitled to your private opinion. I think that's where 99% of America is, really. Like 99% of America. 99% of America probably believes in like, be polite, but let me have my own fucking opinion, you know? What was your headspace like when you first decided to start your business? A lot of people say that they decided to start a business when they were rock bottom. Yes, I was at rock bottom. I had spent years working at Avatar Studios, progressive music. I had an internship. I had tried going to college. I tried being a health insurance salesman. All of it failed. And the thing that I had invested all of my time in just went down the road completely. Like, it went in the shitter completely. Absolutely in the shitter. And like, I just was experimenting with this, and my mind was in a pretty poor place. I had low self-confidence, I had high anxiety, low self-esteem, like really low self-esteem, because I had just spent years of my life working towards something, and it went completely in the shitter. Like, I was making $400 a month, and then I lost the $400 a month. Like, at that point, $400 a month was the prize. I'm all for politeness, but draw the line on non-science that breaks down communication by corrupting language. I mean, there is science behind it. The science explains why they are the way they are. The science does not explain nor justify why I should be sexually attracted to them. Most certainly does not seem to explain why they should be competing in sports, but with women. But don't you dare become. The building gonna collapse with all that shoe stomping. What's wrong? So the person that works at the hotel is kind of thick. It works for her. You guys are being mean. Don't shame people for having thick footsteps. Oh, okay, that was funny. That's fucked up, man. You guys are fucked up. Yo, you guys are fucked up. I can't trust you people. I left chat for like 40 seconds. I left chat for 40 seconds and you just... What the fuck is wrong with you people? Leroy, you're coping hardcore, man. If somebody breaks into a place they're not supposed to break into and they get shot, that's on them. And what you're doing, Leroy, is called coping. Massive coping. I suppose I could send an email about questions. Depends on what kind of questions. I don't like answering questions on my spare time. Like when I'm done with YouTube and stuff like that. If you have a question about getting something fixed, help@rossmangroup.com. But that's like a business, so if you want to like pay money to get something fixed. Or you can ask a random question in a stream when I feel like answering it. Let's see. I have no footsteps, says Anne. Is that true though? Is that true? I do, Kento, I do. I hope to help them achieve their dreams, and I hope that they help me achieve mine. Where am I?
I'm thinking it might be a different remote.
You again.
Yeah.
I like the shape of your head. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Hi, Lewis. Hello, Jamie of Corker and Realty. Your mistake was trusting chat. A different remote fixed it?
Yeah, it was like an older remote.
So so they were incompatible remotes.
Yeah, thank you for your help. I appreciate it.
I didn't do anything.
Well, you did.
You should run a repair company. You'd be very successful
Do
at
you
it.
need anything?
I'm good. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Okay. First time catching a stream. Don't mind the name. Yeah, I don't know about Texas. Will become like California soon with mass migration. Florida hurricanes suck. Huh. Can someone send them a super chat? If they wanted to. How long have you been in Austin? Huh. When a furry woman wears a cat costume and really thinks she's a cat, that's... What? I'm not getting into that debate. That's fucking ridiculous right now. The whole chat needs to take 10 minutes in a timeout corner. I kind of agree with you. Yes. Okay. What is all this stupid shit? Is your phone of an IR blaster? I don't know what that is, bro.
There's some like Gatorades and stuff in here. You
Cool.
can ask them if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, and there's like water.
Why don't you live stream in a hotel instead of the lobby? Because it's very small. Do you need anything? Yeah, your number. Bro, she works at the fucking hotel. That's not her offering my number. That's not her offering her number. That's her like trying to make sure she doesn't get fired because we bitched that the television didn't work and leave a 1-star review. The other woman that worked here during the day was the exact same thing. She seemed like she was on pins and needles to make sure everybody was happy because she knows that this is a fucking scam hotel. Like, this costs as much as a normal hotel, but they have no lobby, and they have no concierge, and they have no receptionist, and the door to everything is fucking locked in the middle of the day. It's I don't know. Flirting with chicks in the service industry is kind of, it can be fucked up, you know? Like, it's like you're literally paid based on whether I'm happy with you being polite and nice and all that shit. Like, it doesn't really count. I'm sending a super chat because you answered my question. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. She's being friendly. All customer service people are like that. Yeah, a lot of you are fucking ridiculous. How does a hotel have no lobby? Because it's a fucking scam hotel, Dindog. It's a scam hotel. If I knew that I was getting booked here, I would have stayed at a Holiday Inn or something. But listen. A lot of things here were kind of not what I expected. But listen, like, you make the best of it, you know? It is what it is. But yeah, like, it's a hotel with no fucking lobby. How do you do it lying customers? I don't know, I tell them to go elsewhere? I used to do phone repair. The job was great. The only thing that was once in a while was a customer wanting to get a free repair. Tell them to go to the Apple store, you know? Are you at all concerned about the prospect of operating your business in a state without a reliable power grid? Yes, that is one of the reasons that Texas was off the list originally, because even if it was not reliable, but they took accountability and responsibility for it, I get it, but they didn't. What they did is they blamed green energy and the fact that green energy doesn't work when it's cold, even though Iowa's grid with the same shit has had no problems at 20 degrees colder than Texas. So that was bullshit. Lightwave and B. It's called Lightwave. Try to get a Hooters girl. Okay, don't call her. That's fucked up, yo. She works for the hotel. She's not a Hooters girl. I thought that she was like the girlfriend or the one night stand of the other person staying here, but that's not the case at all. She works at the hotel. She's not a Hooters girl. That's kind of fucked up. God, it reminds me of the time you had a really good rapport with the girl at Olive Garden, but you were like, bro, she has to be nice to me. It's her job. Like, true. Like, again, like asking. Okay. I need to come clean here. I have asked out waitresses while drunk, but usually, like, there was one time that I got completely plastered. Like, I drank way too much liquor. And I wound up like leaving a $200 tip and writing some really stupid shit on my receipt. That was dumb. But the thing is, like, okay, A, I was wasted. Not that that's an excuse. And B, it wasn't like I was going back and forth hitting on her in front of people. But like hitting on people that are forced to be nice to you because that's their fucking job, like, that's just douchey. It's douchey. I'm not saying don't hit on your coworkers. Again, you know, if you're at work and you think like a guy is into you, like, well, by all means, woman, you know, say hi, ask if he wants to go to lunch and shit like that. That's different. Like, you know, hitting on your coworker, fine. But like, if somebody's job is dependent on them pretending that they like you, and do keep in mind, pretending they like you, hitting on them or elongating a conversation that doesn't have to be elongated is kind of douchey behavior. Again, you could be playful back and forth or whatever, but like, you know, going out of your way to do that is just disgusting. Like, people do that at my store. I don't even mean with dating. Like, people will walk in knowing that it's an open to the public business where my ratings and reviews, my Google ranking, my Yelp ranking is based on whether or not you have a subjectively good experience with me. Like, that's what my money is based on. And what they'll do is they will start having conversations where everybody in the room realizes it's uncomfortable. Everybody in the room knows that I don't want to be in this conversation. Like, you know I don't want to be here. I know I don't want to be here, but you keep fucking talking and you keep forcing me to be nice to you. And it's being held hostage in this really shitty way. And anybody in the chat who's a female who's been a waitress, I guarantee you has had this feel. Like 100% of the women in my chat have at some point been held hostage because they knew that they could get in trouble with their manager, or the person could not leave a good tip, and this could be one of those shitholes that leaves you fucking $2 an hour, or like $1 or $2 an hour, and then with tips on top, and this is the way you pay your bills, where like you were forced to be nice and you were forced to flirt with somebody that you had no interest in, and it's so fucking disgusting. Like I can't do that. Like, you know, it's one thing to be like playful. It's one thing to be playful and have fun, like, you know, just with like a gentle ribbing back and forth or something, if you're forced to be in somebody's presence for a short period. But like to actually go the entire way, again, coworker, fine. Random person that you meet, 110%, go for it. Customer, go for it. But like somebody that's whose salary, whose job depends on being nice, happy, and cheerful, like just I don't know, it's shitty. I think it's shitty. Professional courtesy is not flirting. True. How much is this room? I don't know because I'm not paying for it. I set a rule a long time ago. If I get invited to a conference, I am not booking the hotel, and I'm not paying for it. Now, I'm just going to say I'm not paying for it so that I can make sure I book a place where I'm not sharing a room with 3 or 5 other people. You should make an exposing video about this hotel. I should, but they were nice to me, so, you know. They bought, in Lewis's own words, a Bushwick bullshit hotel. True. You're in a public space. Maybe. Maybe I am. Shit hotels a penance for flying on a private jet. Yeah, this is honestly this is probably the only business trip I've ever taken where I got flown out on a private fucking jet in a private fucking airport to go to a hotel, to stay at a hotel where I'm sharing it with 4 other people. I don't know. It's part of the charm. Honestly, this has been a fun trip. It truly has been a fun trip. I really don't want it to sound like I'm complaining about it, like it's a horrible thing. Like this is way better than the hotel I stayed at in Florida, by far. Way better than the hotel I stayed at Virginia or Georgia or North Carolina on the way. Try to avoid a Hooters girl. Why? That's a super chat only question, man with 6 periods. That's right, we're turning this into a business. What's the current status for right to repair in America? There's no status. There's no status. There's right to repair for different industries, there's right to repair laws federally, there's right to repair laws in different states. You need to ask a specific question if you want me to answer that, but there's no status. It's not a Windows update. It's too complicated to be a Windows update. It's also too late in the evening for me to take a really super general question and try to ask a bunch of questions to make it more specific. I'm going to need you to make it more specific. The worst was when I worked in a truck stop. Oh, I can only imagine, Dindog. Female bartenders will tell you the most cringe thing a man can do is hit on them when they're bartending. Yeah. Why is a woman having a kid a deal breaker for you, Lewis? Because if a woman looks me over in her 20 and it's because a really cool dude that is not doing anything with his life is, like, you know, wooing her, then fucks her, then has a kid, and then leaves, I don't see why me in my 30s, while I spent all of my 20s working to build a business and a life for myself and talents and skills, should have to take care of his fucking kid instead of him taking care of his kid so that I can have my own. I don't, yeah, there's that, I mean, it's really that simple. Like, I'm not raising somebody else's kid. Like, fuck that. Like, let them raise their kid, you know? I'll raise my kid. He can raise his kid. I'm not. Yeah, I really have no desire to raise another man's child. I'd also like to have a period with a woman that, like, as I'm getting to know her and getting to enjoy her, where she does not have a child, because having a child is a massive responsibility and it's going to take away from the time that we have together. So if we're dating for like 3 to 6 months, we get married after a year, we spend a year after getting married traveling and enjoying each other's time and company, maybe 2 years, and then like by the third year we have kids. We had 3 years with no kids, to get to know each other, relax, enjoy each other's time, and then we have kids. Versus like, I just met you today and oh, you're an hour late to the first date because you have spit up on you or whatever. It's like, I just, like, why? It's a net negative, and it really isn't something that I want to deal with unless I'm forced to deal with it by virtue of the fact that I'm so unattractive or so poor or so lacking in personality that I cannot do better. And I think that even in spite of the fact that I'm an average man, I think I'm like a 4 out of 10 looks, maybe like 5 out of 10 on a good day. Like, I'm in decent physical shape. I have a decent job. I really don't see the reason that I should sacrifice that much, or not even sacrifice, or like capitulate that much and give up so much of what I'm looking for as to take care of another man's children. Like, just no, that's not something I have any interest in doing. I have zero interest. I have like less than zero interest in that. Like, I get it. Like, there are women that were more interested in, the partying guy and the cool guy and all that shit, while I was like fucking sitting in a room for 14 hours a day inhaling solder fumes, trying to learn something, build a business and shit from scratch, and that's great. But like, those guys that didn't want to stick around and take care of their kid and that you chose to fuck, like, that's your problem. That's not mine. It's literally not my problem. And for me to make it my problem, I would have to fucking hate myself to do that. And no. I don't hate myself that much. I don't hate myself that much to make other people's, no. I'm going to quote my personal trainer here, Dr. Evil Genius. There is not a special place in heaven for the men that choose to do that. Like, it's not like you get an accelerated path to heaven because, I don't know, you fathered somebody else's children. Like, nope. Okay, that's really weird, Gilded Age of Phoenix. That's actually kind of, that's weird. That's just a sick kind of comment, bro. Sorry. That's just kind of sick. Thanks for being open discussing so many things on camera. Oh, thank you for watching. How would you feel dating a woman that's taller than you and has more money than you? Taller? I absolutely wouldn't mind. More money? Yo, bring it on, man. Like, there's this fallacy that men are intimidated by women with money. And there's two things I'd like to say about this. A, bull fucking shit. And B, I don't care about your money because you don't spend it on me anyway. Like, there's this kind of culture of men fighting to get the check, paying the bill, buying fancy gifts and shit like that. Like, that doesn't usually go in reverse. So, like, when a guy has money, like, there's a reason to be... I can understand the attraction and the excitement about it because it's going to be yours. It's going to be spent on you. Like, if... I don't see that the other way around. Like, I've never had a woman spend even like 10% as much on me as I have on them. It's just not a thing that I see like going on in a widespread way. But okay, when it comes to taller, I don't care if a woman's taller than me. I don't even care if a woman's taller than me if she makes fun of me. Like, there was this date I went on 4.5 years ago with this woman that's like, "You're beneath me," and I go, like, "What?" Like, I swear to God, like, I was like, if you weren't a girl, I just want to punch you in the face. Like, you're beneath me. What the fuck? And she's like, no, I mean, technically you are. And she has this little smirk on her face, like, ah ha ha. She's 5'9", I'm 5'6", ha ha. And I said, no, you're not. No, I'm not. And she goes, yes, you are. I'm like, nope, you must not be paying attention. And she goes, what do you mean you're not paying attention? I'm like, and then what I did is I don't know, I had like this charming smirk on my face. And what I did is I picked her up really quickly. So, like, she don't get me wrong, she kept in shape. Like, she deadlifted, she squatted. So even though she's a woman, she's 5'9", she had a good figure, good shape, giant ass. She's probably like 160, 170 pounds, just because she kept, again, she clearly lifted weights on a regular basis. So I just pick her up very quickly and like, nope. And it was and like, we were walking at a steady pace, and I didn't stop the steady pace at all. So like, we were going maybe like 4.5 miles an hour walking pace, and like, I didn't change it at all, but I just picked it up like this. I'm like, nope, no, you're not. And she's like, has this look on her face, like, I can't believe you just did that. And you can see that she's trying to be mad she's really trying to be mad for 2 seconds, but she can't help but be charmed. And by like 3 seconds in, Then she's like, okay, fine. And she's laughing and she wants, she has this like kissy face or whatever. And it's like, so you being short doesn't really bother the woman unless it bothers you. And it doesn't bother me. And like if a woman picks on me for being short, I will find some way to reverse it back on them to where they'll feel stupid for having picked on me for being short. And in that case, it actually wound up being turned into a very short kind of sexual tensionish kind of moment, which was fun. So if a woman is taller than me, I don't care. The type of women where I care that they're taller than me are the ones where they actually believe like you're better than me. Or like, if there's a woman that's 5'9" on Bumble or Tinder and she says no men under 5'10" or no men under 5'8", it's like, suck my dick, bitch. Like, get the fuck away from me. Actually, don't suck my dick. I want nothing to do with you sexually. You disgust me. Go away. I try to avoid judging people on shit that they have zero control over, Like if a girl's flat-chested, I don't really judge you based on that. I truly don't. I've dated flat-chested women, because you can't fucking fix that. There's nothing. Okay, I mean, technically you can with surgery, but you get the idea. Like, I'll judge you on your fitness. I'll judge you on your character. I judge you on your personality. I will judge you on your hygiene. I'll judge you on how you present yourself. I may judge you on how you dress, but I'm not gonna judge you on shit that you can't control. So like, if you're doing that, it's like, okay, listen, you can have your preference. That's fine. I respect your preference, but like, fuck you. Yeah, I don't really care so to answer Zisberg's question, and in terms, again, if they have more money than me, yo, bring it. Listen. I have a lot, can I be honest? I have a lot of financial stress in life because it doesn't matter where I am. I'm always trying to do something more than what it is I'm supposed to do at that particular level of wealth. So when I have, minus $200, I'm trying to do what somebody who's debt-free would do at $0. When I have $0, I'm trying to do what somebody should do with $1,000. When I have $1,000, I'm trying to do what somebody should probably be doing with $20,000. When I have $20,000, I'm doing what somebody should probably do with $500,000, and so on and so forth. So I always have money anxiety, and I think part of it was instilled in me when I was younger because my mother was always calling my dad a financial loser and telling me for 17 years that I grew up to be just like him because I'm a loser too, and blah, 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 blah. And like, part of that shit's, even after therapy, that just kind of sticks with you in the back of your head after a while. So knowing that if I married you, like, again, if you make $400,000 a year, if that means that I kind of have the freedom to fail. Like, I could fuck things up. I could take more risks because if I fuck up at the end of the day, you make $400,000 a year. We could still live our lifestyle. Whereas again, if I am the primary breadwinner and I fuck everything up, then we're just screwed. So like, there's this idea that women with more money, quote, intimidate men. That is bull fucking shit. That is fabricated cope. That's like when a guy says, I'm too nice so women don't like me. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You're too nice. Women don't like you. You're weak. You're ineffectual. You have no game. You have no skills. And you're creepy. That's why people don't like you. And when it comes to women, like, I make too much money so men don't. I had a woman tell me this shit, like, literally 2 months ago. She said, like, men intimidate me. And I say, no, they don't. Men are intimidated by me. I said, no, children are intimidated by you. Like, fuckboys are intimidated by you. Real men are not intimidated by you. They don't want to put up with you because you have a horrible personality and you have bitch face on all the time and you're not cooperative and you're constantly arguing about things that make no sense to argue about, like just what direction you take walking down the road, and at some point arguing with somebody for 3 hours a day gets tiring. And the type of men that you're looking for don't want to deal with somebody that is so combative over every single fucking detail of life. So if you want to be that combative, then the men that are going to be willing to go out with you are men that have no options, aka fuckboys. And also this woman made like $80,000 a year, and it's like, bro, my store manager makes more than you. Like, how am I going to be intimidated by you when I literally have fucking employees that make more than you? Oh my god, this is so funny. And she called, like, this is funny. She called herself a boss bitch too. And I remember asking, like, how many people do you employ? And she goes, I'm an employee. And it's like, then you're not a boss. He's like, what do you mean? You call yourself a boss? And I go, no, actually, I have not. I have not referred to myself as a boss, and I have employed people for 10 years. But anyway, that's a rant for another fucking day. That's a rant for another day. My God, I could go on about that subject all day. You have to be a douchebag to say, I'm a boss. What are you? I'm a boss. You can find on this channel, there's at least 3 instances of me talking to the news where I referred to people that are at the store as coworkers. I don't know what it was. It was just like, technically they're my employees, but like my knee-jerk reaction was still to use that terminology. Like when somebody says they're a boss and they don't even have employees, like, bro, you're a joke. Like I hire lobbyists in 6 different states to try to push legislation In one state, it actually got passed. I employ 12 people. I still don't call myself a boss because it's like calling yourself an influencer. Like you're crossing over into the next level of cunt to be able to say that. Okay, I am so behind on chat, it's fucking ridiculous. Let's see, it's 12:12 and I am at 12:01. Shit, I am 11 minutes behind on this with 480 viewers. So a lot of the chat is going to be stupid as usual, so I'm just going to scroll past it very quickly. So many single moms these days, it's crazy. True. Women with kids will always choose the kid over you, which is fine, but you will lose every argument with the kid, which is why you should have your own children. Yes, have your own children. That's some Red Pill Lewis knowledge. That's not Red Pill, that's common sense. That I refuse to even acknowledge that as Red Pill. That's common sense. The whole, like, again, it being desirable to have your kids rather than date somebody who has kids from another man. Just no. Nope. Like that's not Red Pill, that's common sense. So for my job, I have to be nice to customers when I'm cleaning tables, chairs, the floor, and bathrooms. And here's the way you could realize that that's common sense. Ask the person, would you want your child to date somebody in this scenario? Like, okay, so if let's say your boy graduates college and he's 23, would you want him to date a 38-year-old woman that has 2 children from 2 different guys? Like, just watch the answer. And the moment that she wants she wants something for her kid that is massively different than what she's trying to get you to do, you'll realize, like, right in that moment. Okay. Yeah, again, if you have to be nice to customers while cleaning tables, the floor, and bathrooms and all of that, again, like, you don't want to be flirted with while you're doing that, You just want to be able to do your job and get the fuck out. What if you met a girl your age whose kid is already a teenager, doesn't really need much raising, and you really like her? I'm not interested. No. Because A, the kid's always going to be a part of their life. B, if I meet somebody my age who has a teenage kid, it means they had a child at the age of 16, which is massively poor judgment. I'm not interested in going and being with somebody with that judgment. Because I'm 33, so if I meet a woman that has a 16-year-old kid that's my age, that means that she had the kid when she was 16 or 17. Is 16 or 17 years old a good time to be having children? Like, not really. I'm not interested in that. Too much projection, bro. I don't see any projection. I'm not. Projection is when you have an issue, so you accuse somebody else of an issue, but there's no accusing anybody of anything here, so I think you don't know what that word means, Derp Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't know what that word means. Let's see. Yeah, you don't actually know what that word means. Okay. You're old, and no kid women are rare. It doesn't matter what age I am, though. That's not really how that works. I've dated women that are like 10 years older than me, and I've dated women that are 9 years younger than me. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't get arrested because you date somebody that's younger than you, or older than you. What happened to Asian woman? QWERTY, that is now a $50 super chat question. If I answer a question 5 to 15 times a day, I turn it into a super chat only question. That is a $50 super chat question. The kid can mouth off to you all she wants, and there's nothing you can do. Yeah, again, I just don't want to do that. That's not for me. Biden promises federal right to repair laws. He didn't promise that. He did an executive order to ask the FTC to look into it and create rules. Now, the FTC has done the bare minimum there, and that's the FTC's problem. And I did a video on the FTC and management and Lena Khan and somebody else who's maybe kind of, I don't know if they're mismanaging the FTC or if they're trying their best to turn the ship around. I haven't really focused on it very much. I hope Lena Khan the best of luck. I really do. I think she has her heart in the right place. I just don't know how she is at managing government. It's a lot on your plate for, again, she's my age in an agency filled with people that are way older, and she's like one of the leaders of it, so it's totally disagree with that way of thinking. I mean, you're welcome to disagree with it. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. If you don't have an argument, then you're always welcome to simp, man. But that doesn't really make it an argument. I don't care if the girl has money. I dated a girl like that once, but they get an attitude about it. Trust me, I don't mind a woman with a larger bank account than me. Yeah, I'm really waiting to meet the man that's like, I had a really fun time with this woman. It was really great. We had a great time. She was hot. We talked about these books that we were reading, and we thought the same thing on so many issues, and like we were completing each other's sentences, and we went home and had masterful sex. And then I figured out that she makes $400,000 a year, so I had to kick her out of my place. I don't know. I've never in 15 years of guy talk with friends that are dating and doing, and acting romantically with women, have I ever had a guy tell me something like that. Like we had such a great evening and everything was perfect and it was dreamy. And once I figured out that she made 5 times as much money as I did, I just had to kick her out because, God forbid, we would have a more financially stable life together. Yeah, that's what they call cope. People don't have the balls to say it. Like when a guy says, I'm a nice guy, that's why I don't have a date, every single one of his friends punches him in the shoulder and says, no, it's not because you're a nice guy, it's because you're a pussy. When a guy says, I can't get women because I'm too nice, all of his friends, female and male, if they give a shit about him at all, they will kick him in the dick until he acknowledges reality. But like when a woman says, no men like me because I'm so rich, why don't their friends like smack them across the face and say that's fucking ridiculous? I don't get it. If any of my female friends said, I can't find, there's a man, but I can't get it, but he's not interested in me because I make so much money, I would immediately snap sense into her by like politely introducing her to reality. This doesn't happen because the female friends that I have are sane and they're honest with themselves and they're not crazy, so they don't say stupid shit like this. But if they did, I would be as polite as I can in introducing them to reality. The same way, if I have a friend that says, I'm too nice, therefore I can't get a date, I fucking smack him across the face as hard as I could. Like, no cope. No cope. As a 5'10" dude, I've rarely seen girls bigger than me, but I don't mind big girls. I don't mind tall people. A channel staple and audience favorite. It is one of my favorite, Null Persona. That is a channel favorite. He says this every day, though. I know, I should make that a super chat question. I'm telling you, I'm going to make all these things super chat questions. If I answer it 5 times, instead of 5 times a day, if I have to answer it 5 times a week, I'm turning it into a super chat question, I think. Dude, Putin is very short. Yeah, and look what he does. He fucking invades other countries because of it. And being short, sometimes, listen, if you don't deal with being short properly, you never know how it'll end up. I watched Paul and Dan's repair live streams. How come Paul couldn't fix motherboards, but Dan could get them in 20 minutes? Because Dan was smart enough to pick out something easy, whereas Paul actually did the work that was assigned to him. See, when we stream, you can do one of 2 things. You can either A, cherry pick something that you can fix on camera, or B, actually fix what's assigned to you. And Paul tried to fix what was assigned to him. What's assigned to Paul is the often bullshit. And that's why Paul lost his hair. True story. Paul had Elvis Presley's head of hair when he started working here. And then the stress of all the bullshit boards that Kevin would assign to him. Height is intimidating. I'm not intimidated by a tall woman. I really am not. Like, I'll bench press you. Get the fuck out of here. I'll shoulder press you. No, like, my max shoulder press so far is 165 pounds. Like, not push press, not me squatting. Really, no, I'm not saying I'm going to shoulder press my fucking date, but it's just, I'm not intimidated by a woman that I can shoulder press. It's just like, no, that's no. Just not even close. Just not even close. Again, I don't mind a tall woman. I'm happy to date a tall woman. I don't care. I'll make it work. So many weirdos in chat. Bro, it's YouTube. Of course it's going to be people, like the kind of people that are going to be listening to a YouTube stream at 1 in the morning on a Sunday are probably fucked in the head even worse than me. Is that pillow sanitized? It's a cheap hotel, baby. Of course it is. Money, who cares? The more money everyone has and the easier they get it. Huh? I don't get it. Being told you're a loser is a Marty McFly type of thing. It's BS to say something like that. Just because your dad is a slacker doesn't mean you are a slacker. I doubt it anyway. Yeah, my mother wasn't known for being a very nice person, but that's not something I'm going to get into too much on stream. She got hers at the end, and that's that. The same people who complain about their income are the same people overspending and throwing out good things instead of cashing in. You know, it's really interesting when you meet a billionaire that's driving a car that probably costs $450. Like, it really does put things in perspective for you when it comes to money. Like, do you know what it's like to get off a private jet and then to get driven to a venue in a $400 fucking car? Like, I mean, it's something. How likely is a meetup tomorrow? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not thinking about that right now. LOL, 80K is not intimidating. Oh, that shit was hysterical. Because, like, she said that men are intimidated by the fact that she could pay her own rent and bills and stuff. It's like, that's not intimidating. Like, no, that's not intimidating. You're a bitch. That's what it is. You have the bitchiest face I've ever seen. And you are constantly mad over every little fucking thing. Like, and that's not intimidating. That's annoying. And that's something that you could deal with if you wanted to. But feel free to cope by saying that every man that you find is intimidated. Oh my God. You know what? I'm not even going to get into that one. I told her this too. And she's like, wait, because she said that, like, people don't usually approach her. And it's like, look, why do you walk around with this, like, why? There's no need for that. Oh my God. Anyway. Cringe bro. What's a cringe bro? Like, when a woman is not interested in me, I tend to assume that that's because she has a higher standard. Maybe she wants somebody that's more articulate. She wants somebody in better shape. She wants somebody with better aesthetic taste. She wants somebody that's smarter. She wants somebody that's more accomplished. Like, my first thought in my head is not, I must have intimidated her with my beauty. I must have intimidated her with all my money. Like, my first thought tends to be to humble myself. So you're like, okay, I wasn't what she was looking for because I'm lacking in these particular ways. Perhaps I should seek to figure out where I am lacking and then try to improve myself in these areas so that I may be a better match for the next person that comes along and passes judgment one way or the other. Like, I don't come up with this shit. Like, would you adopt? I would adopt if it was impossible for me to have my own biological children. Well, you can impregnate a single mom. That way she focuses more on your kid. You know, I wouldn't suggest that as a winning strategy, but you do you. You do you. Listen. You do you. That's why all influential people in religion and history are fatherless. Well, you know, this is an interesting one because one of the things that I've said is that I have family members that grew up with a sane family, not like my mother, like being a lunatic and all that, and throughout history. And they still live with their parents and they don't have jobs into their 30s. Whereas I started working, you know, at like 16, 17, legally, 10 years old, off the books. And I was constantly working towards something, graying my hair in my mid-20s, staying up until 1 or 3 in the morning working and waking up at 6 or 8 the next day. And, like, I wonder, is that because I was running away from something? Like, if I had a good childhood, would I have had no desire to leave home, and then would I have therefore have done all the work that I'm supposed to be able to leave? Or would I have just said, oh, my home life is great. I could just keep working at Model Sporting Goods and making minimum wage and just coming home to play Final Fantasy over and over again. It's hard to tell. I tend to believe that what I accomplished, I didn't accomplish because of my hardships. I accomplished in spite of it. So if somebody grew up without a father, what I would think to myself is not, well, they're a great person because they had no father. Rather, if that person is intellectually and emotionally strong enough to deal with not having a father, imagine if they did, how much better their life would be. I tend to believe that rather than that person is who they are specifically because they didn't have a dad. I think, you know, I'd rather give my kid the benefit of both parents. How did we get to this subject anyway? Also, I'm behind by 12 minutes. Where are you? Some shitty hotel room. Definition of projection when Lewis expresses a preference. Yeah, that guy was clueless. What is this? Leah Connie is the votes from the board to pass her agenda, which has been eroded so recently. Yeah, I don't, again, when they talk about her, like her, quote, demoralizing the FTC, I don't know how much of that is them bullshitting versus, and wanting an excuse versus her just not, actually not knowing how to manage. I don't know. I'm not there. I agree, Lewis. I would not dump a girl if she makes 400K a year. True. I need you as my wingman. Doubt that. No relationship advice channel. No, no. Problem, Lewis, is some girls like to say they can't find a nice guy, making the so-called nice guys feel like they have a chance. No, when somebody says they can't find a nice guy, that usually means that they have like 15 men in the friend zone that they don't want to, that they're passing over for somebody who's a fuckboy. So if a woman tells me I have problems finding a nice guy, I usually exit the conversation as quickly as I can. Like, my problem is not that I can't find a, quote, nice woman. There's probably a nice woman, like, right over there, or over there, or over there. When I talk to them, they're not interested in me. See, I'm honest with myself. I'm forced to be honest with myself, and because that's what my job dictates I do. I can't make shit up about a motherboard. In fact, I have to actually figure out what's wrong with it and then fix the logical problem with it. I can't, like, my job doesn't have a lot of sales elements to it. Like, it's not, I can't bullshit my way out of it. Eli talks about this with servers, you know, you can bullshit a lot to make a sale. You can bullshit in startup culture to raise money. You can't bullshit a server that went down. You can't bullshit a server working again. Like, you either put the right commands in, you configure it properly, or you don't. And that's the thing, I don't care about what your situation is. I'm not here to make fun of you for it. It's just be honest about your situation. I don't care about a woman's income, but a high income often comes with a difficult career choice. I broke up with a doctor because her lifestyle wasn't compatible with mine. Yeah, especially the whole be God call thing. Like, I know somebody whose husband is a neurologist and, you know, like 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning having to get up and take patient calls. I mean, my God, the money is amazing. It's like over 400K a year, but like that lifestyle can get to you after a while. For a guy, how much do you think women care about your looks? I think it's a decent amount. I mean, if not, like, not even, like, just height in and of itself. Like, this is something you just swipe through Tinder or Bumble and you'll see a lot of height requirements. I think it matters. And it's fair that it does because, you know, to men, looks matter as well. Wouldn't most people avoid discussing income and net worth during first or second date? It just seems cringy. I hate the word cringy. It's usually used by children and people that can't describe their emotions and feelings properly. I think, like, I really would not have a problem discussing these types of things because I want to know who I'm getting to know as quickly as humanly possible. And, like, I don't, like, again, I wouldn't open up my date by saying, like, by the way, my salary is this, but there's a lot that that I share and that I ask on date number 1. because I don't want to get to date number 4 or date number 8 before I find out that I've said something or you've said something that makes this impossible to go forward. Seems like this is not going to be a drunk Lewis stream tonight. No, I have no plans on drinking today. I realize time to go, Libby. Is it worth the hassle? And people can't tolerate honesty aren't worth my time. Makes sense. If she's making $400,000, are you getting a nanny or stay-at-home dad? I'd like to be a stay-at-home dad regardless of whether my wife makes any money. So my goal is to make enough money and then live after I make that money, have a cheap enough lifestyle that I could afford to stay home and raise my kid. Or even if like not a stay, or at the very least be a not get my business to a point where the work that I do would allow me to be a stay-at-home dad if I have a job. But I would 110% want to be a stay-at-home dad. Absolutely. That's my dream. That's my dream job. My dream job would be stay-at-home dad. Would you be more intimidated if a woman lived more than you? Okay, see, that could intimidate me mildly, because if we get into an argument, she could beat me up. There's a woman at my old gym. She's the nicest woman in the world. She's incredibly feminine, very charming, very kind young woman, and she deadlifts over 400 pounds. She's an absolute fucking monster. Absolute monster. Watch you for a long time and I see you going through a tough time now. Oh, you're one of those Jesus loves you thing. Oh my God, go away. Go away with this Jesus spam, Jesus Christ. You get out without a timeout because, actually never mind, yeah, the menu popped up. Get out of here with it. I'm reading, okay. Super chat was never answered. I didn't see it. Have you looked at Philly for business? Not at all. No interest. It's a little too close to the things that I don't like about New York City. Philadelphia is too close to the things I don't like about New York City, so I don't have any interest in moving a business there. That's weird. Why the hell did that super chat not show up? F you, Google. David Hunter, that's a $50 super chat question now. What is this? 12:35? Okay, it's 12:35, and my chat is at 12:23. So behind by 12 minutes. Shit. What do you think of overturning Roe versus Wade? I answered that in an earlier stream. I don't want to do that again. Thanks for stream, only chat I've been in where the other people chatting actually talk to each other. Yeah, they talk to each other a lot. Sometimes they curse at each other and throw stuff at each other. Adoption has always frustrated me. I feel bad for kids in foster care. I don't really want to raise somebody else's kids. Well, you said genetic nightmare. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, like again, I really do feel, I feel bad for that situation. It's just, somebody's absolutely welcome to call me selfish. I want my own kids. I get it. I'm an asshole. I don't know. I don't think I'm an asshole, but maybe I am. What I took away from this is to impregnate a girl and hope a better guy comes along and take care of them. See, Sonny, you always get the wrong lesson. That's the problem, Sonny. I appreciate your lack of whitewashing hardships. Thank you, Todd. Have we decided where the meetup will be tomorrow? Nope, because I haven't even finished streaming yet, so... There's a good chance I'll make it that same Austin bar, but I haven't decided because I haven't even ended it. And honestly, when I end the stream, I'm going to fall asleep because I'm dead tired. Would you ever date a female reporter? Yes, I would. I actually asked out a reporter 1 month ago, but that did not go well. She said yes, and then she changed her mind because she has good taste in men. Shout out to all the ladies that make 400K in chat. True. Nothing against women that make 400K. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I should be yawning. Paul says yes, Lewis is in prison. He snuck in a phone and is live streaming for bail money. The cats are at home with no one to feed them unless we bail Lewis out. Put your F's in the super chat. Okay, that's... Paul, that's way too much money. I appreciate it, but Jesus Christ, too much money. Also, but thank you. That is funny. Women who want a nice guy are the most righteous cunts on the planet, says Jessica whatever. You know, okay, you said it, not me, and you're a woman, so I'm gonna just defer to you, because you can't call a woman misogynist. Is the couch real leather? Feels like it. I'm not really good at telling. What is the return on investment in having kids? Not being a miserable fuck that with no purpose when you're old. I don't know. Maybe I'll be a miserable fuck with no purpose anyway. That would be funny. There's a good chance I could have 6 kids and still be a miserable fuck with no purpose. I'd find a way. I'd find a way to fuck up a wet dream. I think that's part of it. In your old age, having a person. To, like, you know, having family. I think the return on investment, yeah, it costs money to raise them, but then you're also not alone when you get old. It's a balance. I think that's a balance. I think that's the deal. I believe that's the deal. And also you get the satisfaction of providing of your DNA or your lineage a better opportunity than you had. Like, one of the things I'm really curious about with having kids is, if I got this far growing up in the fucked up garbage bullshit environment that I grew up in, then what would it be like if I didn't have a nutbag that was screaming at me on drugs for 7 or 8 hours a day? Like, what would it be like if I chose, because that's one of the things I want to do. When I date now, I date very intentionally. What I think to myself is, I imagine that I'm my future child, right? So let's say I fast forward to 2035. My future child gets to choose his or her mother. Who would my future child choose as their mother? And that's who I try to choose when I'm picking women that I'm asking out on a date. Like, it's not like, oh, she's hot, let me, I don't know, give her a number so I can fuck her or whatever. Like, I try to figure out, who would my future kid want as their mom? And so the ability to give my DNA or myself the opportunity to grow up again, but in a proper household, and then see how far they go, that's amazing. And knowing that you were a part of that entire process, I think, is massively inspiring. You know, because the way I see it, when people say, well, the world's so screwed up, why would you want to bring a kid into it? The way I see it is, no. My kid's going to be part of who fixes the world. The world's going to be a less fucked up place because my kid exists. Because he's going to do this, or she will do the same thing that I do, seek to clean up their corner of the world. Except if they're way smarter than me, better educated than me, raised in a better environment, you know, maybe they'll be able to fix bigger problems, you know, I don't know, undo climate change, undo political extremism, make people like each other again, I don't know. You know, they'll do something that matters instead of fixing luxury Facebook machines and entertaining people like a court jester on YouTube while they're doing it. To talk about money with relationship, no hope, unless you want your kids to be automatons. That doesn't make any sense. That makes absolutely no sense. One of the biggest causes of divorce is financial issues and financial disagreements. To not talk about money and relationships is fucking retarded. It's as retarded as it gets. You should be discussing money in relationships because it's literally one of the #1 reasons that relationships end in the United States. And when relationships end, it traumatizes the kid. So you want to be on the same page financially. You want to know that even if like you have minor disagreements, that on the broad strokes that you agree on how it is you're going to be handling your financial life, how you deal. If you fall on hard times, are you going to continue leasing a $3,000 a month vehicle, or are you just going to get a Toyota Camry like that's 5 years old? Like, do you want to have a mansion where you have a mortgage with 3% down, or do you want to like buy your house and pay 40% down just to feel safe? Like, yeah. Everybody's going to have a different idea on what to do, but resenting your spouse because they don't spend anything, or resenting your spouse because they fuck up their money, like, this is important. Like, this idea that you shouldn't talk about money because it's dirty, like, get the fuck that shit. You need to talk about everything, at least if you want to have a real relationship, and not some bullshit relationship that is just superficial, where people think that you're a great couple, but the moment you fall in the slightest hard times, you're at each other's throats. Philly might be worse than New York City. It's possible. I talked to the female friend and she got angry at me when I told her that I would not date a girl that sleeps around all the time. Would you date such a girl? No, I wouldn't want to date a girl that sleeps around all the time. Like, this for 2 reasons. A, like, how about this? I have been with women that have been with more than 30 men, and 100% of those women have been completely effed in the head. Like, unfixably, like, they've gone to therapy for long periods of time. I'm not even going to start describing what makes them effed in the head. Like, messaging me for 2 to 3 years after we stopped seeing each other, even long after I blocked them. Massively emotionally unstable. Really, really aggravating. And, like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I learned my lesson early on. I learned, like, it was a lesson. Admittedly, it's something I knew, but I ignored it because I was in my early 20s and thinking with my dick instead of being an adult and using my brain. And I'm not going to punish myself by doing that again. I don't have science to back this up. It's just been my anecdotal experience, which is what I'm going to go on there, because my experiences are what I base my decision-making process on for the most part. And secondly, part of the fun in it is that, like, I know that you chose me, right? So you have all these men to choose from, and you chose me. Now, if you choose everyone, well, gee, that kind of takes away the fun. Like, it's not really that. It doesn't feel like I was selected. It doesn't feel like I won something. It's not a prize if, like, it literally goes to everybody. But I think it would just demonstrate a sense of poor judgment. Because, like, it fucks with you. Like, to have 100 or 200 or 300 sex partners, like, I don't want to be with somebody that's been with 100 dudes. Fuck that. That's just like, no. That's not going to be the mom of my kids. Let's see. At a certain point, you shift from trying to win at dating and it becomes about finding someone you're compatible with for a long-term relationship. Rejection isn't bad. You were just looking for different things. Rejection isn't always bad. Also, sometimes the people that are rejecting you are people that would have made your life a living hell if they said yes. I did Roe versus Wade the other day. I don't feel like doing it again. I know I'm not supposed to say that I find that boring, but I honestly do. Why don't you like answering questions multiple times? Why don't you like doing the same thing over and over again? I did not punish Furry. I'm polite. I'm polite. I heard Amber Heard is now single. Yo, don't joke about that, bro. Don't joke about that. Do you think your exes watch your stream? There's one that watches all of them, and it's really weird. It's not Erica, by the way. I just want to be clear so that people don't harass her or bother her. Like, there's one woman that literally watches every video all the way through 100% of the time and thinks I'm always talking about her. And I'm not, I'm not even going to get into that. Nope, nope. I'm not even going to give him that power. Not even going to give him that power. Thank you, David Moore. Thank you very much. Where are the cats? That's a super chat only question. You made me yawn. Yes. Who cares how much money they make? That's their business. I suppose it's yours once you marry them. If the person that I'm with is $200,000 in debt, and I'm inheriting that when I marry them. F that, having kids to not be alone when old is a slim to none chance of happening unless you break them and force them to be obligated. Having kids is not. I don't think it's a slim to none chance of happening. I mean, I don't think it's a slim to none chance of happening that your kids outlive you and are there when you're old. And the world doesn't need more children to make the sacrifice. No, I think the world... I hate that depopulation bullshit. Like, the world needs less people. Bullshit. The world needs more productive people. Like, it's not that the world has too much population. It has too many of the wrong people. It has people that don't contribute anything. It has people that just suck up resources without producing anything in return. It has people that create harm and damage and are just assholes to one another, that don't produce anything of value, that aren't, like... The world needs... It's not that the world needs less people. I despise that nonsense. It's the world needs more people that are going to make the world a better place. Like, again, I don't see it as selfish that I want to have my own kids. I see it as a net benefit for the world. Thank you, Jessica. Whatever. I will take that full permission and I'll use it. I'm going to screenshot that shit, actually. I'm going to screenshot that. Yeah, I have it next time somebody tries to say something. Thank you, Alana. Thank you. I can imagine. I figured Alana and Jessica would be sitting there horrified at half of this conversation. But Jessica's not horrified. So, yes. Now we have to see if Anne and Alana are horrified. If they are not horrified, then I can continue. Are you depressed, Lewis? I'm pretty happy with my life. I have stress. I have stress over two things that I have no control over right now. But I'm trying to work on that. But I'm not depressed. But definitely stressed. Stressed, not depressed. I'm an amazing cook. Whoever I marry is going to be very lucky. That is an amazing attitude to have, Alana. That's an amazing attitude to have. You are going to make somebody very lucky because what you want to share your skill set with them rather than do something like, I'm not going to cook. I'm not making you a sandwich. My dad was a chef at the Plaza Hotel. He was first cook at Club Quarters in Midtown. He was a really good chef, and he took pride in it. He really enjoyed using his skill to provide for his family. And also to be able to like seeing us enjoy food together. He loved doing that. You're going to be an amazing wife, Alana. Truly. And also the confidence that you show by saying that the person that you marry is going to be very lucky. Like, that's a level of confidence that's really healthy to be showing. That's some good shit right there. You should be happy with yourself. Okay. I am behind by 8 minutes. That makes sense. Choose a woman not based on what you want, but also based on what your kid would want. I think that's fair because, like, I'm like, the kid has no fucking choice. Like, your kid can't really divorce his mother. So, if I want to have kids, then I need to choose who would be best for the kid, not who would be best for me. She's not yours, it's only your turn. That depends on whether you choose the wrong... That depends if you choose the wrong woman. If you choose the wrong woman, yes. If you choose the right woman, then no. Who are you choosing? If a guy has a high body count, he's considered the man. It is a double standard, but again, I've known men that have been with over 100 women, and they are not affected by it at all. And I've dated a small number of women that have been with over 30 men, and all of them have been absolute batshit crazy. Me personally, I don't have it in me to do that. Like, I'm not looking for the whole 100 or 200 or 300 thing. My number is under 10, and I'm happy with that. And honestly, if I could go back in time, literally every single one of those besides one was a fucking mistake. I would, if I could go back in time and change it. Like, there's one that I would have done anyway. The rest, I honestly shouldn't have even done those. But I learned early on that having sex just for sex's sake with different people was just not something that was good for me. It's not a good idea. It's not a good thing to do. But I know several men that have gone over 100 and they're totally fine. But the women that I know that have even gone over 15 or 20 are just out there in cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs land. I don't know why that is. Not even going to try to explain it, but Amber Heard, LOL. Please don't bring that woman up in my chat. I don't want to even give her attention. I don't know, Pleska. Spell my name with an O and maybe I'll figure it out. I wish that was the case, not to be a pessimist with regards to children discussion, but the average person doesn't think like you. Are you talking about the concept of choosing a mate based on how they would be as a parent to your child? I think it's your responsibility if you intend to have children to choose the person you're with based on how they would be as a parent, more so than based on how much fun you would have fucking them. Because your kid doesn't get to choose. Your kid doesn't get to choose. Thank you for the 199 person with a name I can't pronounce. I don't think I'm a good man, Murphy Elias. At best, I'm an okay man. At worst, I'm a piece of shit. Lewis only talks about Crazy X in his super secret Discord. I do not have a super secret Discord, and I do not want to bring up Super Crazy X, because if I do, they'll come back, and that's scary. It's whoever's in the kitchen tossing around cookie sheets should come say hi. There's somebody in the kitchen? Don't scare me. There should be a license to parent. Not everyone is cut out to raise another human being. I don't like the idea of the government that can't even tell me what the laws are regarding selling a laptop, being able to choose whether I reproduce, but I understand what you're talking about in principle. I get the idea, which is that a lot of people suck as parents. I really do. I just don't trust New York fucking state to dictate me having children. I'm 6 minutes behind. Is right to privacy important to you? I mean, I walked back to my hotel with all the street signs showing, so anybody knows where I'm staying, so I don't know. Probably not. Probably, I like privacy, but do I really? I'm not putting in much work. It made me smile, appreciate the feedback. You earned it, you know? Listen, I curse at chat when you say things that are silly, but I'll also, try to be encouraging when you say something that's smart and really good for yourself and your self-development. My current girlfriend burns food so bad I fart soot. Okay, man, you know. Hopefully her personality and her looks makes up for it. I secretly love Arby's. You must be a lot thinner than, you must be a lot larger than your profile picture that's on. There must be a lot of Photoshop then. I've eaten at Arby's twice in my life and I thought I was gonna die. Like, that shit is not made for human consumption. That shit's like for a bear, for a bull, for a giraffe maybe. That the portion sizes are just, everything about Arby's, it's not made for human consumption in my opinion. Oh my God, Carrie, don't tell me you eat at Arby's too. Oh no, not both of you. Jesus Christ, no, 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 no. You're regulars. What are you doing? I have like a 1% female viewership, and it's gonna be down to 0.1% if you both have to get triple fucking bypass surgery in the next 2 weeks. No, you cut that shit out, both of you. Carrie, 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 cut the shit. You cut the shit. I am Miss Flyboy05, I am. A little bit David Chang. There's a good mindset about parenting. Most men don't think about how their children will feel about the mother they selected for them. It's good to be considerate because it affects the kid greatly. Yeah, I think, like, listen, I've criticized my dad for over a decade for his choice in a mother for a kid. And, like, the way I see it is I can't hold him accountable if I don't hold myself accountable. And vice versa. I won't hold myself accountable if I don't hold him accountable. So I hold him accountable, but I also have to hold myself accountable. And that means, like, when I look at some of the dating decisions that I make, like, again, all of you, okay, besides the fact that obviously somebody who works here, you guys may think she's flirting with me. I know she's not because she fucking works here. And it's also weird to flirt with somebody who's fucking customer service. But besides that, again, as I said, I want the next person, like, I want a person I'm with to be the mother of my kid. Like, and part of that mindset is, hey, let's not try to fuck the person that does customer service at a hotel, you know? I don't know. I meant not measure USB 5-volt current. I mean framework module that you can connect to digital multimeter probes and you can use it to measure voltage. Oh. I don't know why you need a framework module for that, though. Like, a framework module is just something that plugs into a USB-C port. So why would that have to be a framework module as opposed to a general USB-C device that could be used by anything with a USB-C port? Why would it specifically have to be a framework module? Would you know, would your ideal wife be a stay-at-home mom? Yes. Yes, 100%. I would like to make enough money, and I would like to collect enough resources and enough with my business. So here's the whole idea. So when I started with my business, I worked from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Then I worked 8 to 8. Then I worked 10 to 8. Then I worked 12 to 8. Then I went to doing board repair and I started working 1 p.m. to like 3 a.m. the next day. Then I scaled it back like 12 to 8, then 12 to 6, then 12 to 4. Now I don't even know what the fuck. I don't even have to show up to work anymore, to be honest with you, most of the time. But like, the whole idea was to front load my life. So that age 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I was working like 18, 16 hours a day. Through 24, 25, 26, I'm like working 12 to 14 hours a day. 27, 28, 29, I'm closer to like 8 to 10 hours a day. 30, 31, 32, I'm working like 6 to 8 hours a day. 33, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore, to be honest. I think I just kind of took the year 33 off as a midlife crisis. But by the time I'm to the age of being a father, I want to be able to be a stay-at-home dad and have my wife be a stay-at-home mom. Like, my kid's never seen the inside of a daycare. Fuck that. There's no way there are studies showing that kids that go to daycare wind up having elevated cortisol levels, all such a shit. No, fuck. There's no point to having a child and then having somebody else raise it. Like, I'm not doing that. If I'm having a child, it's because I'm, my family. Like the woman that I choose to spend my life with is going to help raise the kid. I'm going to be raising my kid. She's going to be raising my kid. Not some fucking minimum wage employee that's raising 20 other kids at the same time that barely speaks English. Like, that's not how this works. No. I would... This is not the place I come for self-development. Well, then go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Excuse me. Okay, it's about time for me to get out of here. Ah, Taizande is here. How are you, man? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, man. My apologies. I enjoy your work even if I can't pronounce your name properly. Hi, I'm not plus size. Lewis says I have a fast metabolism. Yeah. Look at you showing off. You have fast metabolism. And see, that's the benefit of being young, Alana. When you're young, you have a fast metabolism. When you're old and you're trying to lose 30 pounds, you can't even eat bread anymore. I've eaten bread twice in the past 6 months. I've eaten bread twice, and one of those times was this evening. Kills me. Ah, it sucks. I haven't had a fast metabolism in forever. So there's so much shit you have to do when you're old. Enjoy it while you're young, Alana. Enjoy it while you're young. Lewis, I weigh 110, no worries. Yeah, for now, then you go in Arby's. I'm talking about the concept of tracing a child to the world that's falling apart. I see you want a child to help fix the world, but for the time being, the bad outweighs the good. Oh, not even close. That is such coping shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you out individually, but... Okay, like, just read this book, Enlightenment Now by Steven Pinker. Read that book and tell me that the world isn't getting better. Okay, let's just go over this, right? So 2,000 years ago, your kid was going to be a slave building the pyramids. Like, what, 500 or 800 years ago, your kid was going to die in the Black Death of the Black Plague. 100 or 200 years ago, your kid was going to be dying of smallpox, which was unlike COVID, this is a 33% or 33% death rate. 33 fucking percent death rate. Okay, not 1% or 0.0001%, 33% death rate. 130 years ago, your kid was going to be working in a factory when he's 7 years old and having his arm cut off. 100 years ago, your kid was going to be starving during the Great Depression. 50 years ago, 80 years ago, your kid was going to be going off to war to kill Nazis in Germany. Or 100 years ago, your kid was going to get blown up in World War I or in Vietnam. 55 years ago, your kid was going to go to Vietnam to get shot at. Yo, man, we live in the best fucking timeline. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but we have indoor air conditioning. Poor people can afford indoor air conditioning. Poor people can afford to be fat. You have a fucking cell phone where you could watch porn anytime you want. You know what people had to do back in the old days? They had to use their imagination if they couldn't get laid. I mean, like, listen, are we hitting a couple of rough spots? Yeah, we got a couple of rough spots. This is one of the best timelines in human history. And to think that this is not one of the best timelines in human history is to have zero knowledge of all of history. You can pursue and do whatever you want nowadays. 1,000 years ago, like, your dad was a blacksmith and you wanted to be an artist, you're dead. The king wants you to go to war and you don't want to go to war, you're dead. You get a cold at the age of 8. There's no doctors and no medicine. You're dead. Listen, I'm not kidding. I will defend this take. This is the best timeline in human history. By far the best timeline in human history. Like, the world has sucked for the longest period of time. It really did. It was absolute utter garbage for thousands and tens of thousands of years. And people still manage to fuck and have kids and raise kids throughout the worst of times, living in caves, wars, plagues, no air conditioning, no razor. Best time in human history. And if the few things that we have to deal with, the small imperfections in the world, we got to sand around the edges. Yeah, I think my kid will be a part of making that happen. I'm 5'9" and weigh 125 pounds, says Alana. Okay, so I guess you don't... Okay, fine. You can take one trip to... You know what? Here's the thing. Alana, I will give you 1 trip to Arby's per year. 1. You earn that because you keep in shape. But as I mentioned earlier, it's because you're 5'9" doesn't mean I'm intimidated by. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Just because you're not overweight doesn't mean you're not killing yourself with fast food. True. Watch Super Size Me. Watch Super Size Me. That'll do it for you. Agreed, Lewis. My dad shows crazy to borderline women in my life. Yes. Yeah, and it's fucked up. You know, it's like it's. Listen, if you're gonna have kids, make sure that you choose a good mom. For the kids. It's a fair thing. Oh shit, my phone's almost dead, and also my portable battery bank is almost dead. So this means it's about time to get out of here. Yeah, my battery bank looks like it is dying, and I gotta find a charger here. So I'm gonna probably have to call it quits in a few. All right. Well, you date somebody who's anti-right to repair. I did for a very short period of time. And it didn't end because of that. It ended because she was an uncooperative, masculine, constantly arguing and fighting over every single little fucking thing person that drove me nuts, that I wanted nothing to do with. Ever thought about doing full-time YouTube? No, because your boss is an algorithm. I don't know how to deal with your boss being an algorithm. I really don't you can't ask it, you know? Like with a normal boss, you can figure out what it is you did right, what it is you did wrong, what it is you can do better. But when your boss is an algorithm, it's like, imagine the most passive-aggressive romantic partner, but as your boss, and they don't talk to you ever. That's what it's like. That is what it is like having YouTube as a business partner, as a boss. I don't want YouTube to be my boss. I'm serious. This platform makes no fucking sense. It really doesn't. Like I had a higher viewership when I had 40,000 subscribers than I do now at 1.7 million. I don't know how to please an algorithm. I genuinely don't. Like I don't want to be at the. I'll take the money when it's here, but like I don't think I'd ever feel secure. 1 second, I'm just plugging in a charger. I'd never feel secure seeing this as a job. Because the thing that I don't get is with my business, I know where my value is. Like Apple says they can't get your data back. Apple says 2,000 for repair, I say 300, I win. Apple says 2 weeks, I say 3 days, I win. Apple says no data, I say data, I win. Every other repair shop takes longer than us or is not as well, they're not as well informed, so we beat them. Like I know where my value is, right? And I'm confident in myself when it comes to my repair business. I know where our value is. I know we're the best at what we do, and I know the value we offer the customer. I know why the customer returns to us. All is well. With YouTube, I have no idea why the fuck you people watch. Like, I don't understand it. And people will blow smoke up my ass and say, oh, it's because you're amazing. It's because you're insightful. It's because you're smart. But like, I don't know. I just don't believe all that. And then when like my viewership will go down to numbers that are lower than what they were back in 2015, when I had 10,000 subscribers, then it's like, okay, that makes sense. It never made sense that this many people were here to begin with, and now they're all out the woods. So I don't know. I'd never really feel like doing YouTube as a primary job would make sense. And also, at the end of the day, YouTube as a job, like a lot of my content is based on having a business, right to repair, like stemmed out of me having a business. The real estate series stemmed out of me having a business. Board repairs stemmed out of me having a board repair business. So like all the content that you see on YouTube is tangentially based on my life. And my life is based on my job. So if my job went away, the content itself would then like drift in a really strange direction. And it would stop making sense. Your 20s is when you should be finding a woman regardless of money. I think it may make sense to date in your 20s, but in terms of like, finding a woman, having a kid and all, I think in your 20s you need to be it makes more sense to spend your time building a business, building your skill set, building your education, building everything you need so that once you're in your 30s, you will be able to be a really good provider. And also potentially have the concept of being able to actually stay home and take care of kids. He wants a family so bad. I don't know if it's so bad. I don't feel like I have a timer on it. I do believe I have time. What about a babysitter for the occasional date night? Maybe. But that's different. Like having a babysitter for date night is different than having your kid in daycare for 9 hours a day. Where it's like the ratio is 1 to 40. Do you have a problem with people who don't speak English? I do if they're the ones raising my children. So like if you don't speak English and if you speak Italian and you live in Italy and I don't care. If you only speak Italian and you live in America, I don't really care. If you don't speak English and you're raising my children, well, I care that you're raising my children instead of me raising my children. So the number one issue with that scenario is that I should be raising my fucking children, not you. But B, yeah, like if you don't speak English and you're raising my kids, that's like a double negative, because I'd want my children to be raised by somebody that they could go back and forth with, and like that's just not happening with the minimum wage daycare employee. A minimum wage daycare employee that's dealing with 7 to 20 other children is not really going to care about your child the way you would care about your child. And many of these daycare people, again, like many of the people that wind up getting hired there are not usually, like, it's not the people I want taking care of my kids. Like, I want to take care of my own kids. Yeah, I don't give a shit if you don't speak English. A lot of the people that don't speak English, there are people at my own store that there's 2 people that work for me that barely speak English, and there's 2 people that have a little bit of trouble. Like, I don't think anything worse of them. It's just, I don't want them, don't get me wrong, I don't want them raising my kids either. Like, I want to be the one raising my kid. But them not speaking English is kind of like the last 5 to 10% the reason. Like, the main reason is, like, you should not, somebody whose job it is to be watching after 7 to 20 kids should not be the one who is the primary caregiver for my child. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that doesn't make sense. You're only as young as you feel. Maybe. I had to go to the dirty theater to see porn. What about before they had a theater, Din Dog? Sometimes I use my imagination my battery is dead. Jesus Christ. Now you're getting... Wait. Is the battery dead to the phone, the laptop, or the toy? You know what? No, don't even... Don't answer that fucking question. Don't even answer that question. Oh, Jesus Christ. The image you're putting in my head. Don't put that image in my head. I'm taking a wild bet that the stuff that happened before recorded history sucked Ben Wilson, because he didn't... It's crazy to think that people didn't used to have toilet paper or razors. Or bidets. Or bidets. 1 trip to Arby's per year. Damn straight. Yeah, you're on a diet, woman. Listen, you are on a diet. Yeah, you're not eating at Arby's 3 times a day. No triple bypass for my chat. Lewis spent money on a room. Lewis did not. How can you be anti-right to repair? She was kind of a combination of really, really woke, but also Republican. It was pretty much the worst hybrid model of political ideology you could ever imagine. It was like traditional McConnell-ish big business Republican combined with very, very woke on social issues. I don't know. Needless to say, that relationship did not last long, and I'm a better man for it. It has been an enlightening stream, not a compliment. I sense salt. I sense salt. Now we are all born into debt slavery in a techno-feudal totalitarian state. Dude, we are way... No, like, sorry. You're being a pussy if... No. Don't compare this shit to 1870. Like, don't even remotely compare this to... 1870 sucked dick compared to this. Like, 1450 sucked dick compared to this. Don't even. Do we have problems? We have problems. 100% we have problems. Are we worse off today than we were 150, 350, 800 years ago? Hell no. Read Enlightenment Now by Steven Pinker. Read that book. Certain things better and certain things worse, Fury Blazer. Minor bump in the road. Blame my husband, he got me hooked on your videos. I will blame your husband, Ann. I mainly watch you because you're intelligent. I don't know anything about border pair, but I like your personality overall, even if you're more conservative than me. I don't know. How much more conservative am I than you? Maybe in my diet. Thank you, Jessica. That's very kind of you. That's a kind comment. I listen to your live streams while working on other stuff, and I find it interesting because your opinions are similar to mine, but not identical. They can't be fully identical. I have never gone full Florida man, Paul. I've never gone full Florida man. The loss in viewers of your channel seems to be happening a lot through many YouTube channels. Recent videos are just not showing up and recommended. Such is life. I can't believe in Canada they wipe their hands, but I imagine it's the people who live in the outskirts of the countryside. Wipe what? Hands on what? You know, I probably shouldn't even ask. I'm better off for not knowing. Is the show Fansper with Louis Rossman gonna stay? Maybe. I'm debating changing the name back. I didn't do that for this stream. How do you see just raising children the best way? Two parents available at almost all times if dad and mom have full-time jobs. Well, I don't know. For me, again, I'm really trying to front load it and build all my business and make all my money in my 20s, teenage years, and early 30s, so that by the time I have a kid, I can spend all my time on him. Like, my dad didn't have me until he was 41. You know, a lot of people have kids really young. I'm probably going to be older when I have a kid. Like, I'm probably going to be in my late 30s or early 40s. And by then, I hope to be done. There's no Control F on mobile. I wish there was Control F on mobile. This platform can be a royal pain. One moment. I'm just getting myself even more behind here. Do you avoid rice too? I have very small doses of rice, Carrie. Very small. I try to limit the carbs. I'm more liberal politically, but I can still appreciate other perspectives different than mine. That is rare, but very much so appreciated. That is rare, but very much so appreciated. We had Tex-Mex yet? No. Thank you, J8. Best 10-second answer to how to demand the raise you deserve. Deserve does not mean jack shit. It's about whether you earned it. What I would do is I would ask, what is it that I need? How can I add more value to this business so that I can then receive more value for the value I've added to you? See what they say as an answer. Add the value, and if you don't get the value, don't ask for the raise, leave. Relationships are very similar to jobs in that way, and that people don't appreciate what they have until it's walking out the door. There's this idea that women will not appreciate you, or they will walk all over you unless they believe that you can and will get another woman. Like once you start flirting with another woman starts flirting with you, then the woman you're with that was ignoring you suddenly starts paying attention to you. With work, there is a serious element to that. That if you make $10 an hour and you add, and like your department, once you start putting in more work and effort, is now selling in addition, instead of selling 100,000 a month of goods, they're selling 130,000 a month of goods. And you ask for a raise to $12.50 and they say no at that point. That's when you, or 15 and they say no. That's when you leave. You get a better offer and you leave. And then when you leave, they'll offer you more. And it's up to you at that point whether you want to stay. I'm anti most fast food, Alana. Not all fast food, just most of it. But Arby's is like, that shit just clogs your arteries. I'm very strict with what I put in my body now because I realize if I want to hit my goal, that I can't cheat at all. Like, not even the tiniest bit. I want to beat Dan's weightlifting record at the store, and he weighs 47 pounds more than me. So I really don't have, and I'm like this fucking close. I out deadlift him, I out squat him, I out skull crusher him, but he out benched me by 1 rep. So if I want to beat him, when I weigh, he has a 45 or 47 pound advantage over me. That's like, I got to be very careful with what I put in my body. Do you believe it is necessary to sacrifice your own quality of life to start your own hustle or business in the early stages? I hate the word hustle because it's been taken over by people like Gary Vaynerchuk and like the people that follow Gary and the people that are like hooked into this hustle culture mindset. For me, it's like my quality of life was sacrificed because I was pursuing what I was pursuing, but I believe that my quality of life would have been further sacrificed if I knew that I could be spending time building something important to me and I spent that time doing nothing. If you only get a better offer from your current employer, if you get a better offer elsewhere, would you choose to stay? Probably not. It depends on how much I like that job, and it depends on how much I like where I'm going. So with the job, I would say maybe. With relationships, I say no. So if I'm in a relationship with a woman, and I've had this happen before, where she's like not really, she shows no interest anymore. I try to take her on vacation. I try to take her out. I try to ask her if she wants to do anything. I try to come up with fun things for us to do together. I try to be romantic. I try to give her hugs when she comes home and all this other stuff. And she's not interested. And then a woman comes along. Like that, I wouldn't be able to... Like if the woman that I'm with starts paying attention to me again after this other woman expresses interest, I'm going with the other woman. Like I can't. But with jobs, that's different. With work, I'd be open to staying at the current job that I have if they offer me more money. And I don't like the other place. Once you declare your intent to leave, you have to go because management will get paranoid. I don't know. It depends on how you bring it up. Like, do you bring it up like an asshole, or do you just say, like, if you bring it up like an asshole, like, I'm leaving if you don't pay me more. Okay, yeah, like, you're out of there. But if you say, listen, man, things have been tough at home. Inflation's really hitting us hard. I love this place. I'm very thankful for the opportunities I've had here, and I'm willing to do the work necessary to bring this business more money so that you guys can afford to pay me more, because I want to stay here. If you're not able to, there are other people that have been making me offers. And listen, like, it's not like I want to take these, but my wife's got some health issues, and we just started doing this remodeling of the house at the worst possible time. So like, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Like, if you do that, then yeah, when they offer you the more money, you'll be able to stay. If you just barge into the office and go like, you guys are ripping me off, I want more money, then you're gonna be screwed. I live in my warehouse trying that. Make sure you don't push yourself so hard. You're an only child. I am. That's not true, James. The one thing that you can do that raises the interest is get another person to be into you. And watch how fast it comes back. It does work. It's just, like, I know that it works for a fact. It's just when you see that it works, it's almost impossible to not lose all interest in that person at that point. Where can I get the software to see schematics or logic board? Go to Adobe PDF Reader. Adobe PDF Reader. I don't think you're a stable peace of mind, Alonzo. You're typing in all caps. Okay, this is cancer. Mods are fired. One moment. Okay, you're fired. You're fired. I was in the audience for that panel, Living Ashlar. We got the green light from DeSantis, and we're now working with the city of Hialeah. Where do you send the proposal to bring your talents to Hialeah? Okay, you're fucking with me. You guys are fucking with me. DeSantis does not care about some fucking low grossing repair business. No, that's funny. I appreciate it. That's hysterical. Lewis@rossmangroup.com. If I get an email from Ron DeSantis, I will reply personally. Oh, you guys are silly. So silly. You weren't talking in all caps, Alana. That was somebody else that was talking in all caps. You're not fired for talking in all caps. You're fired for not timing out the people that are talking in all caps, and you're also fired for talking about eating at Arby's. But you should have seen that coming. You know what you signed up for? Unpaid labor. A promotion without a raise. That's what you signed up for. It's okay. I already banned them. It's okay. I can't expect you to be able to do your job when your arteries are all clogged like that. I know that our moderator job here does not come with the best of healthcare. Random question. Any smartwatch you like or are using? No. Jessa has this Garmin thing that she loves. It gives her all this information. Like, it'll tell her when she should be working out and days that she shouldn't be working out. Like, it'll tell her, don't work out today because of this, that, and the other. I want to get one of those. Some Garmin smartwatch. Whatever one Jessa has, I want to get the one that Jessa has. Are they allowed to use curse words? They can. I never know if I'm supposed to block those kind of messages. Only the copy and paste stuff. Only the copy and paste. The copy and paste all caps shit. I don't know. I'm semi-kidding. Okay. I'm just picking on you and Carrie because you two are easy targets. That's not fair. It's not fair. A family member uses a Garmin as well, apparently pretty good for the money. I actually want it. Like, I would get a Garmin. I'm debating getting a Garmin smartwatch. I would get one of those Garmin smartwatch. What is tossable? Why does this word keep showing up in my chat? What does that mean? So, are you guessing where is he supposed to be? Austin, Texas. That was a long time ago. Thinking of doing more collaborations. I'm antisocial, man. I'm not a social dude. It's getting weirder and weirder for me. Like, when I said that 15 years ago, it's like, okay, he's not a social dude. Now it's 1.7 million YouTube subscribers. Check. Engages with state legislatures in over 7 states and talks to politicians on a regular basis. Check. Has a business that is open to the public, dealing with customers. Check. I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to say that out loud and be taken seriously. But I'm not a very social person. I'm not a social butterfly. Unless I'm abusing my moderators. I don't know. I don't count the protein I eat every day. I don't count grams and shit like that. I don't count grams. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't know if I have my stuff together, James. I think I'm out of it. You toot from the boot. What the fuck does that mean? I do pick on them, David Chang, but I also pick on you. I pick on Brandon Haynes. Pick on everybody. Okay, it's about time for me to get ready to go to sleep and get out of here. If you had to be a drug dealer, what kind of drugs do you think you'd be selling today? I don't know. Who do you spend your time with? I spend my time with my accountant. I spend a lot of time with my accountant. I spend time with some management at the store from time to time, my accountant. Excuse me, oh my god. Oh, I spend time sleepy. Well, I should get out of here. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to raise the safety bar and bench press because if you raise it, then you can't have the bar touch the chest. And you need the bar to touch your chest. You need to do a full rep of anything that you're doing. Deadlifts, squats, bent over row, pull up, whatever you're doing, do a full range of motion. You're much less likely to injure yourself when you do a full range of motion with your exercises. Cowboy Rossman. What is Cowboy Rossman? I've only been in Texas for 1 day. I'm not a cowboy. I showed up on a private jet too. That's not even close to being a Texan. Texans don't use private jets. They go on horses and shit. Showing up on a private jet is a douchey New York thing to do. I've actually been collecting douchey pictures of myself on the Instagram that I started. L.A. Rossman on Instagram. like I have a douchey picture of me in a car, a douchey picture of me on a beach, a douchey picture of me in a private jet. Like I'm just gonna collect douchey pictures of me, where I look, where I look like an influencer. I hate that word, but I think I just wanted to cultivate it for the hell of it. Let's see. Yeah. All right. It's about time to get out of here. Before I get out of here, if everybody could leave an upvote if you're here, get some engagement, show the algorithm that maybe this channel shouldn't be completely dead. If we could we have 379 people watching. If each of you could hit that little thumb up button, or honestly downvote too. It's all engagement. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really make a difference. You just hit a button. Let's see. How much of this can we get to hit a button? Oh, man. Okay. Thank you very much. Hey, listen. I hope you all have a great evening. Truly, we know we go back and forth from time to time. A little bit of cursing, a little bit of arguing. But at the end of the day, I wish the best for all of you. I hope you have lovely lives. I hope you start amazing families. If you don't start a family, I hope that your secondary family, meaning that, like, close friends, close acquaintances, the kind of people that you spend your time with I hope you enjoy them. I hope they appreciate you, you appreciate them, you let each other know about it. Make good decisions, try to lead a good life. Enjoy the life that you have. And read Steven Pinker's book, Enlightenment Now. Like, truly, the evidence is there. The world, the average curve of life, the average curve of the world is that it's getting better. It may not always seem like it, but it is. And if you think that it's not, I don't know, put in the work to try and make your corner of the world suck a little bit less. Probably my community tab, Ann, but I'm going to sleep because it's like 2 in the morning and I'm dead tired. It's 99% chance the meetup that I will do will be at that bar that I went to, but I forget the name of it. I think like 517 or 527 6th Street or something. Whatever the name of it is. That bar, it's because that sandwich was oh my god, that sandwich was so good. Like, I hope that they include that sandwich in Steven Pinker's Enlightenment Now. That book needs to be in Steven Pinker's Enlightenment Now. So maybe Rudy's. I will go to that bar in Austin tomorrow, most likely, and I'll post the time in the community page. Unless Alana says we go to Ruby's, in which case I'll go to Ruby's, but only if she shows up too. Or I'd ask Carrie, but Carrie would say go to Arby's. I can hear Carrie right now saying go to Arby's. Do they even have Arby's in Virginia? I hope not. When I was driving down I-95 to Florida, like once you get around Virginia, North Carolina area, everything on the way down is like so much of the stuff down is they just pump that grease into your arteries at half of the places you stop on I-95. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I will make sure that I don't leave Texas without having a chance to see you, okay? I promise. I promise. I know. Okay, maybe we'll make it Rudy's. Alana wins. Okay. Rudy's, not Ruby's. I don't know, same difference to me. Potato. Choose a Rudy's or Ruby's in Austin. How about this, Ann? You choose a Rudy's for me, and we'll make it a Rudy's. We'll meet at a Rudy's. Okay, Ann. Bada bing, bada boom. Even if I'm not able to make it a public meetup because I don't do it in time, just to say hi. But if you try to pay for that laptop repair, you're just not going to be able to. Carrie, it's called Lightwave. It's kind of I don't know, it's some like Bushwick hipsterish-y concept, whatever. I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing. But I talked on a panel or two. Oh, why am I still here? Why am I still yawning? Go away with the copy pasting. How far is New Mexico from Texas? Like, I think Texas is this thing. And then I think you have like Arizona, California, Nevada. I think this is New Mexico. I don't know. I failed geography. Texas is next to New Mexico. Okay, next to New Mexico. Is that the place that Homer Simpson had to go in an episode of The Simpsons? He had to visit for something. I forget. He had to visit Albuquerque, I think, for some reason. Oh, God, I'm done yawning. I'm done with this yawning shit. No more yawning. Okay. Time for me to go to bed. I'm probably going to come back to Texas to spend more time here at some point. And when I do, I'll drive so that I have the ability to stay here for a longer period of time than I do now. And also, I'll be able to travel a little bit more on the way. Okay. Let's see how disgusting the bedroom is in this shithole. Let's see. I got confused with Nevada. Huh. Actually, wait a second. Isn't Brad Haynes also in Texas? Brad, are you here? Brad, we've been trolling each other back and forth in chat for like 2 years now. Probably, actually, no, 3 years now. So, Brad, you better let me know if you're in this area of Texas, because if you are, you don't get to get out of here without letting me buy you a beer or a steak or something. At the... Let's see. Did he leave? He probably left. I think he probably left. Oh, well. Next time. There's always a next time, right? Brad isn't here because he would be calling me a simp. Yes, he does like to pick on you, doesn't he? Here's the thing, Alana. He trolls me too. So he trolls you, but he trolls me too. But I think it's a loving trolling, you know? I don't think it's a mean-spirited trolling. I think it's a friendly jab kind of thing. And now you have Wes doing it too. See? You can't escape it. Oh, look, this is a nice little bed over here. Look at this. It says welcome on it. Look at that. Why? Oh, fuck this yawning. Look at that. Welcome. The ultimate simp is me. Apparently, I got wasted the other day and gave a waitress a $200 tip and wrote something that I really should not have written on the receipt. Like something that if I had not had the amount of alcohol I had, that I would have never in 250 million years written on the receipt. So don't call yourself a simp. Be nice. Be nice to yourself. Water bottle. What is this hipster sink? What is this fucking hipster sink? How do you fill up a water bottle with this bullshit? What is this? The fuck is... There we go. Goddamn hipster sink. That was not a flex, Jason. That was me having way too much liquor. See, I do stupid things when I drink too much liquor, which is one of the reasons I try to avoid doing that. Please tell us what you wrote on the receipt. You know what? That's an excellent time to end the stream, actually. That's actually perfect timing to end this. Once the chat demands to know the stupid things I do after I've had too much alcohol. Nope. That's a cliffhanger. That's definitely a cliffhanger right there. Yeah, we're gonna call that that's what we call the end of the video. All right. It's actually at a restaurant I really like too, so it's kind of weird. I mean, like the person there has to know because they were the ones serving me the liquor. So and since there was one person serving me all my drinks, they had to know that I was close to death at that point. So I was not writing what I wrote on there from my normal self, but hopefully whatever at least a $200 tip covers their therapy session. It's such a I don't know. Yeah, this is a weird place, Carrie. So this is my room over here. That's an exit. This is a bathroom. You got a bathroom over here. Check it out. It's kind of fancy, isn't it? It's actually a nice looking bathroom for a hotel, honestly. Look at this. This is a nice looking fucking hotel. It's a nice looking bathroom. This is my mirror. So this is me. Let's see. This is the shower. Fancy shower. This is a laundry rack over here. That's where somebody else sleeps. That's another bathroom where somebody else sleeps. Another bathroom. Living room. Liquor money. Oh, no liquor money. No liquor. No liquor. It's a nice hostel, Jessica, whatever, but it's still it's not a hotel. That's some bullshit. But it's nice. It's nice. It's got a fake cactus. Actually, I don't know if it's a fake cactus or a real cactus over here. Okay. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy your evening. Enjoy your life. Be happy. I know I'm gonna be.